Wednesday, everybody. It's Collider Live, the last show of the week before we take off to New York City.
Jealous.
I'm excited
it's
for
the
it.
city that always sleeps.
Never sleeps, my friend, and it is time for the last show of the week. I'm excited. Hello, Roxy Striar. What's wrong? You got it.
Just try that tea. It's no good.
It smells like lipstick.
Better than the microphone?
No. The tea.
Is it hibiscus?
Well, okay.
Hi, biscuits.
Wendy does this beautiful job laying tea out for the guests, and then I go in there and take it.
Tear shit up.
Well, I just like tea in the morning.
Right. You steal everyone's tea.
and
In there?
so
You steal
this is
Triscuits tea and almonds. And I got a bone to pick with you about the almonds, but let's go.
I'm allergic to them.
I know, but it doesn't mean you can give it out to other people and say they're community. Did you do that?
Okay. He
What
didn't know
happened?
they were
Oh,
yours.
God. Okay.
When they were on the shelf, remember?
If you put them on the shelf, they're community.
That's what
That's not
Macuga
true.
told me.
Yes,
No,
it is.
that's-
If you want them yourself, you keep them in your office.
Hey, nice to see you.
I didn't mean to throw you under the bus, but
You
I,
did. She
I don't
pointed
want to
and she
get
said,
in
"Macuga
trouble
told
for
me to."
eating
And you
the
know what?
almonds.
This is like the blackest pot calling the blackest kettle black. Okay?
Yes.
Because if there could be a candy dish with a barbed wire fence around it that says, this is somebody else's candy, Kristian's like, this is mine, right? Bang, 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 bang. Roca bought like chocolate covered Brazil nuts from Brazil, had them shipped in.
That was Cobbster. He bought Hawaiian ones.
Hawaiian ones.
Yeah.
And Kristian's
Community,
over there.
Don't get it mixed up. Bro.
Wait, but
Christian's over
Cobbster,
there.
those are community though, weren't they?
No, it was mostly for production.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
They
No.
were.
I had two separate piles.
Right. I didn't eat the other pile.
And in comes Kristian, like,
We just said that you're lying.
the angry squirrel,
Yeah.
and you will attack food wherever it is, in whatever
A lot of
place.
that is true. Like when we took the road trip back from the 2-hour trip from San Diego back to LA. We had like this huge. My wife packs as if we're going away for 2 weeks.
Sure.
And there's a snack thing, and I just started. She's like, "You're just eating to eat."
Yeah.
She's like, "You're not like if it's just in front of you, you're eating."
Did your mom ever say this when you were a kid? When you would go to the fridge, she'd be like, "You're not hungry, you're bored. Get out of the kitchen."
all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, they would say, you're not hungry.
Why does that
you're
microphone
tired."
sound?
Yes.
No
Yeah.
way. You're not
Yeah,
hungry.
what-
You're
oh,
bored.
that's
better.
Your
Bored,
parents
yeah.
would say that to you?
Yes. Because
How?
we just eat. My mom, hey, get out of here. I don't have enough money to pay for
Right.
you guys all these groceries all the time.
They always come up with something just to not feed you.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
you can't. You're not supposed to
Bad
tell your
parents.
kids they're bored.
Well, we were.
How do you know?
Well, because that's what I was always. Well, I don't know. My mom always used to tell me the only bored people are
You
boring
grew up
people
at
because.
Woodstock.
Yeah, I
so-
did. I did. But it's because as I researched what my tattoo for my mom was going to say, one of the things I was going to put on me was the only bored people are boring people. And so I started reading up on where that expression comes from. And apparently, like, parents aren't supposed to tell their kids they're bored because that shows that they're lacking imagination and you're supposed to never be bored. What are you bored with?
We just say bouncing off the walls.
The follow-up was, you're not hungry, you're bored, go outside and play.
Yeah,
Or, like, go
that's
do
good.
something.
Well, I
That's
gotta tell you, that was.
Well, you got to add the second part of this.
Well, my
But you're
daughter.
supposed to be bored and have your thoughts, though, too. I tell my kids, go lay on the floor and stare at the ceiling.
It's the
you know, and
truth.
he's like, why do I do it? I go, I do it. And my son will lay on the ground, and then he goes,
But
"Oh,
that's
yeah."
not bored.
Yeah, that's
Teach me that trick because my daughter bounces off the walls. Can't do. She reads, which is great, but other than that, she's bouncing off the walls. Thank God that this strike is over.
Oh, it's done?
Yes.
I know nothing about it except for I had nobody to honk at today.
Well, yeah, the teachers they came to an agreement and they're
Was that why Charles was so bad this morning?
Maybe.
They're back to school.
Because
So
I just
what-
learned about all that from my sister, who's a teacher.
Can you
Dude, it's
educate
brutal.
us for a second?
I don't want to.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Listen,
I don't want to be
schools.
educated either.
Well, basically, the bottom line is that the teachers were getting screwed,
Right.
And it wasn't even something they were like demanding so much more. It was like they were stuff was being taken from them.
Yeah.
There was like, just let us keep our stuff. What are you doing? And there was like a little bit of an increase, but teachers have been getting screwed forever.
My mom was
Forever.
a teacher for 30 years, man. It's a legitimate
Always.
But
situation.
what
Yeah,
was the
man.
agreement, though? I mean, 'cause
I don't know
knew-
the full agreement yet.
Okay.
I just know that they came last night. There was a tentative agreement. Then they got, I guess they got on a call. They agreed to it. I think there's some kind of like an increase in their salaries. It's still they get
Also-
screwed. They do so much, and I can tell you that the school that my daughter goes to is so great. The teachers are amazing. They really care about the kids, and like it's just thank God that it's over.
We had in this. I always tell Amanda the story because we were driving by the teacher strike, and in my town, in sixth grade, it was the greatest summer of my life because the teachers went on strike, and we didn't go back to school until October the 6th.
God,
okay.
Do you get
Jeez.
tacked on snow days or no?
Did your mom lose all of her hair?
I mean, well, my mom had to go to work because she was a teacher in another district.
Who was
so
watching you? Just
nobody.
Oh my God.
My brother was in
Makes
eighth
so
grade.
much more sense now.
I was in sixth grade. My two best friends, brothers of the same age. We rode bikes everywhere. My mom would leave $10 on the counter. This is how like cheap things were back in the day. She'd leave $10 on the counter. We were able to get like a large pizza, a hoagie, and a 2-liter of
Oh, my
Coke.
God.
It was a disaster.
Sounds-
Wow. Stranger Things.
And so we got
Yeah.
we were in school that year until June 29th. But
Oh, so you did tack on.
oh yeah, we had
You- and
on.
they won't let you go later than
And
that.
here's the crazy thing: that was the snowiest winter in Pittsburgh history.
Even
was that
in
year of the
June.
strike. So we
no,
not
not
only
in, oh.
not only
Come on.
Yeah, I was with you.
I'm working on the improv.
No, Brett.
No.
Brett?
It does not snow in June.
Brett?
No.
No.
I lived on the East
No.
Coast.
No, Brett. I can't hear it. No.
Why don't you have headphones?
No.
I think we lost
No.
one at
We-
one
yeah.
point. Somebody's.
I know what that's from. I know.
You're wicked smart.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. All
I'm,
right,
not,
listen.
I'm not an idiot.
No, we're
I may act like an idiot sometimes.
Sometimes
but I'm not in fact an
we're
idiot.
going to talk about some things in a second, but I do have a. You didn't listen to the show yesterday.
I didn't.
We have a movie that Dorina and Roxy. Guess Roxy won.
Okay.
This is from an '80s comedy.
Okay.
You have to, if you can get it, you get a special prize.
Okay.
So
You get
obscure.
3 guesses. Cody, play the clip from what clip? Which part should you play? Do you think?
We got one from the fight scene in the middle of the movie.
All right.
if you
All
wanna
right.
play
Yeah.
that.
All right. So fight scene. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Close your eyes.
When a goldfish here, when a goldfish here.
You got it.
That's from the little Bobby and the
Wait. All right. Fine.
Goldfish
Fine.
here.
Play that. Play the end. Play the end clip. Play
You want the end of it?
Yeah. Play the end.
All right. Spoilers,
All
everybody.
right. Fine.
When a goldfish here, when a goldfish here.
No guess.
Is this going to be your new fart noise thing?
It's so.
Would you prefer that?
Going to be or is?
When a goldfish here at least has some sort of meaning to it, which I like.
Goldfish here.
What's more offensive, little body in the juice or a fart noise?
On the whole, little Bobby and the juice. Yeah.
I wanted to get it so bad.
What's that?
I just don't like when I don't get it.
The joke?
No, no.
You don't?
No,
Your whole life is not getting it.
What don't you get? Oh, the clip. You wanted to guess the clip.
Yeah, I wanted to guess it.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I didn't. I was like, it's an
listen,
Adam Sandler movie. I know it.
The bit.
I know it.
The bit from now on is that's what I want to do to people. Like when Ellis is in here, I'm going to do it to him because you know he's not listening to the show.
no.
I want for people who've never been on the show before. I should have done it yesterday to Sarah Gamble. I should have done it at the end. I
no,
really
because
should have.
she's so great.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would have
and
been nice to see if
serious.
she could guess it. Like I did it to
Well,
Mama
she
Sheridan.
can't guess it.
I
What do you mean
know.
to see if she can
That's
guess
the
it?
point.
How about to see what they would guess because it was funny to watch Mama Sheridan do it. It was funny to watch him do it.
Are there other clips you could throw in
There
there?
are,
Yeah,
there are other ones too.
exactly.
If there's one where he says, "If the shoe fits, bitch tits," or whatever he says. Like there's just so many different like offensive things in there. It's
Did
really
you guys
fun.
ever go to like a carnival where you could win a goldfish?
Yes,
here?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Goldfish here?
I think that's
When a
where.
goldfish here,
Yeah.
when a goldfish here.
And
It's
I
like you
won
throw
one.
the ping pong ball in the glass bowl, and if you get in, you get the goldfish.
And
Wait,
I
they
won one
weren't-
when my son was very little, and I'm like, oh, now he's going to learn about death.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goldfish, the old
Immediately.
2-day fish.
Yeah. Well.
They weren't goldfish though at the carnivals I went to. They were those Chinese fighting fishes.
The
Oh,
betas.
the betas.
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
And I had one. I won.
Fancy
at-
carnival.
You ever
That's
do
what
the
happens when
thing?
you grow up at Woodstock, Brett.
You do the thing where you. This is another Woodstocky thing, where which is why I probably would have gone to Fyre Festival and would have been one of those.
Oh, when
effing
I was
people.
watching
And
that,
you
I
were
was
like, "This is
Roxy.
Roxy, 100%. I'm that asshole."
Roxy.
But do you ever do the thing with the tent where you put all your balls in?
Yes.
On the tent.
When a goldfish.
Put your
yeah.
balls in the tent, and then everybody goes like up and down with the tent. And if your
Popcorn.
ball is the last one left, so that was at some. Okay, so that was that was at one of the carnival-y things I went
Was it
to.
at some like urologist
and
festival?
I don't know, but I won a Chinese fighting fish,
From throwing balls.
and I had
Popping
it for
balls?
4.5 years. And my parents were so upset
4.5
because they were
years.
like,
Wow.
"All right, this thing's gonna die in a day. It'll be
And it-
fine."
and it died.
And no,
That's the
Did you eat it?
It didn't
hippiest
take
carnival
4.5 years.
game ever. Throwing is too dangerous.
Yeah, but 4.5
Let's
years
flap
later,
them
it's done.
around on a
Well, you know, and
tent,
then
a
you go
colorful
and you sit
tent.
under it. You put your butt on the
Well, yeah.
thing that
I've
had
done
the
that,
balls.
but it's never a carnival event. It's just like kids
At
sitting
gym
there-
class.
Yeah, gym
Yeah.
class as a kid.
All right, well maybe it was.
Did you guys ever do a cakewalk? Do you guys remember cakewalk?
Is that what it is? Oh, it's a cakewalk.
Yeah.
What's a
I mean,
cakewalk?
well, it's really easy.
So
Whatever.
it's sort of like
It's a
musical
cakewalk.
chairs, but for cake, right? And you're walking around, and there's numbers on the floor, and then the music stops. And if you aren't on a number, you're out.
Right.
And then if you're the last person and you land on, there's only one number left. You land on, you get to pick your cake, right? So it's like
you
musical
pick
chairs.
your cake,
There's
like
a
a
bunch
full
of cake.
cake.
Did you
Yeah.
ever hear
Yeah.
anybody say, "Oh, it's a cakewalk"?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it means it's really easy. I guess.
Really easy.
But that sounds like
That-
only
it's-
one person wins.
I don't care.
Oh. Now I
you
get
win
it.
At a similar carnival where Roxy had a 4.5-year beta fish, I won a cakewalk. It was the greatest day of my second grade life. I'm walking out, I trip, and I drop an entire Oreo cheesecake.
What do you got, bro?
No, I'm saying you win a freaking cake.
A cake.
Yeah.
I'm in the
whole
second
cake.
grade.
You know what he's talking about?
Oh
here?
yeah, I've done them before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You love it?
Oh, I put all my money into cake.
Oh,
You
sorry.
picked
You got-
the cheesecake.
Oreo cheesecake.
Oreo cheesecake. All right.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you don't like cheese. Okay, listen. Let's
Oh,
let's
that's right.
let's
You and your cheese.
let's
thing.
let's just do this now.
I don't
'cause-
eat cheese.
You don't.
No, you don't. Let's.
Just wanted you guys to know.
You kind of sounded like Hannah B on The Bachelor this week. This season of The
And
Bachelor.
listen. I have that actually in my notes here, but
Little
let's-
batch talk?
But there's a lot of drama on the Bachelor. Nothing compared to Wednesday's show. A lot went down on Wednesday. Fans were furious that we didn't talk about it yesterday. Absolutely furious.
Is that true?
So furious so that Wendy slacked me. You're a popular topic in the live chat, and I was so excited to not look
Yeah,
at that
no,
live
why
chat.
would you? Why would
Wait,
you?
so what are you talking about?
Well,
Fans are
yesterday,
furious. How
because
do we know?
we didn't talk about it yesterday, right, on the show. Because why would
Yeah.
we?
That's
He
true.
wasn't here. I
Yeah.
said I don't want to talk about it if Macuga's not here, and people automatically thought, oh, well, they fired Macuga.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
thought we fired you.
Well, it only lasted
I've
a
known
day.
this. Yeah, I know this. I've known this man for 7 years now. Not going to fire him. First of all, for a conversation that we had openly on the air. And that was the other thing. I couldn't disagree with the people more. They were just like, this should have been something done in a production meeting. No, it was fun. It was fun to do it. It was
Oh yeah, real hoot.
it was fun. It was fun, and I'm glad. I'll tell you why. Because we had a good.
Puppet Master thought it was fun.
It really ruined the rapport, though, between
That's
all
what
of
I
us.
mean.
It
That's
really
it
fucked
made
us
it
up.
how
That's
much
true.
I could tell within the first 15 minutes how much stronger this made us. 15 minutes into this thing, just look at all the jokes. We had the conversations afterwards that you don't see. Those are the conversations that we talk about it. We say, okay, how do we go further?
Roxy and I went out to lunch and then did a show an
Immediately.
hour
You know
later.
what's crazy
Immediately.
though?
No, that was
Yeah.
pre-tape, dude.
So,
that was
yeah,
pretty
so
tight.
we did.
Is that what they were saying?
Yeah, of course
Did
they
you not
were.
read the comments? So Josh and I
course
do a
they
weekly
were.
show
No,
called
I told him to stay
Hypothetical.
away from the comments.
Everybody knows more
Hypothetical-
than what's going on than we do.
right.
Hypothetical questions with Josh and Roxy,
Hashtag
and
it.
we taped it an hour and a half after we did
yeah.
the show. And first of all, thank
was an
you,
awesome
thank you so
show.
much for all the views. We got 10 times the views that we've
Oh,
ever
normally?
gotten.
Oh, because people want to see.
That's my
Thank you
point.
so much.
That's what I don't understand.
Which
But I'm
is
telling
amazing.
people out there.
Every single comment was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be good. Ooh, they're gonna get into
We didn't
it,"
fight.
which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then people were starting to be like, "Oh, bummer, they pre-taped it because they're not even talking about it.
No.
It's a pre-tape."
Or how about this?
But
Or
they're
we
wearing
had-
the same clothes.
Right. Or we had amazing conversations afterwards. Everybody talked about what had happened because this is the thing about Macuga. He knows what I've been going for with this show forever. And the thing was, he got mad, he got pissed off, he went outside, and I said to him, I said, do you want to talk about it in the air? And without hesitation, he said, yes. Because he knows what it is. It's like if you bring something up on the air, and it happens, whatever organically, hashtag that's the show, then we're going to do it. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to figure it out. And everybody, I can tell you right now, we left the show. Brett's like, I'm done. Roxy's like, what the hell's going on? Macuga's like, I don't understand what we're doing anymore. And then we talked about it. People are yelling at me out there.
You?
No.
Nobody was yelling at you. Everybody was yelling at me.
I'm with Roxy on this one.
No,
I
but I
right
had
there.
But
Christian
I
walked out.
wasn't
I would
going
like
to
to
do
say
it.
I never
But I wasn't going
raised
to do
my
it in the
voice.
No,
middle.
you didn't raise your
Yeah.
voice.
No.
Christian.
Right.
You
Took off in my
did
office.
a Christian and went right to his office.
Why would I go in the
Who
middle?
was yelling at you?
I had conversations afterwards in my office about people saying certain things, and here's the
Which was
main.
the political thing to do, and it was the smarter thing to
Yeah.
do. Instead of having people that shouldn't
Ambush.
be yelling at people and ambush you.
I have no office.
Yeah, well, no, you got
Neither do we.
You got ambushed. And you shouldn't have been ambushed. You
We
got
have a-
ambushed. And I
we have
told-
a spot.
What did I tell you though when you came into my office? I said, "What the hell are you doing out there? Get the
Yeah.
hell out of there!" And you're like,
I didn't
"Well,
know.
no."
I didn't
You were
know.
getting yelled at by people that had no business yelling at you.
Brett took
Correct.
off because Brett and I are getting yelled at.
Well,
Brett's like,
I
"F
went over to
this."
talk to somebody about the footage I shot. Like I go, hey, did I mess up the footage?
Don't say who.
And I know I didn't
Yeah.
say it. I'm not saying
Yeah,
the name.
yeah.
And I go, and it was like, well, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, you're not talking about the
Right.
footage, are you?
Right.
You're
And
talking about.
here's-
I went
this
over just
show.
to talk to Josh about hypothetical questions.
Right. This is the bottom line. This is what I told you. This is what I told you. This is what I told you. And this is what I will tell the audience. There's only one person besides myself, that can say that was ridiculous. That was over the line. no, don't do that. And that's Mark Fernandez.
Right.
Guess who didn't say that? Mark Fernandez. He listened to the show, said, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Do what you're doing. He trusts me to do this show.
It was wild, though. It was wild. And then, like, what was crazy
You know
is
what's
that...
wild? Is that people have now been trolling me, calling me the mild man, and that like
That's good.
it's pretty good. I mean,
good.
people have
Mild
been
Mary.
saying that for a while. Like when
you got married.
When I got married,
Yeah.
I became the mild man.
I
when
like
I
the mild
changed
man.
Between the Sheets, the Josh Macuga show, and
That's
they're like,
good.
for a guy that hosted a show called Between the Sheets, for him not to let that slide. I'm like, the show wasn't called the Suck My Dick Show. It wasn't called that. It also wasn't called the Suck My Pussy Show. It wasn't called any of that. Okay,
It is
It
now.
wasn't like, hey guys, welcome to Suck My Dick with Josh
But
Macuga.
I gotta tell you,
It wasn't.
I gotta tell you though, both of those.
No, Brett.
No, Brett.
No, Brett. No. But I got to tell you, that is so many people, and I'm not going to do it. So many people are like, that should be the new shirt, Harloff. No, Brett.
Yeah, if I got a shirt, that
Hashtag
I would wear one that said
I know
SMD.
you would. SMD.
100%. But here's the other thing that people need to understand. Like, you guys are all my co-hosts and peers.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can't. There's nothing you can. Anybody in this room can say to me that's gonna. You have equal, if not more, voice. So
Right.
I don't. But that's why it was weird when Brett and I went outside and people who aren't
Not part of the show.
aren't doing the show just start yelling at you, and it was like, what?
Well, that's what I told you guys. You guys, like at that point, you
It's just
just
a
and I said
Carnival
this.
beta
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said that's when you walk away.
Yeah, I
at
Homer
that point.
Simpson through the hedges on that
There's
one.
no
But
no
it
reason.
went everywhere.
because
like
my-
every job I had this week brought this show up to me. It was wild.
So, this is what
Like,
I'm saying. But that's my point. That's my point is that this is what we do differently from all the other shows, and not just that particular conversation. We are the way we are normally. We'd be sitting around at a restaurant shooting shit.
That old Hitler house over here.
I'm not going over there. But
Oh, I
shoot.
told you I went back there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you run? Hold it. But shoot. They just shooting the shit, and that happens here. And so that's when I tell people, like, they were right, oh, it should have happened off air. No. If something starts to happen, we're having conversations that you want to, this is what Collider Live is. Collider Live is about seeing those personalities, because you can hear us talk about movies, and we'll talk about them later on in the show. We'll talk about, there's one guy right now going, where's the Bumblebee conversation? It'll happen soon.
Even on the last show where all of this happened on the Wednesday show, there was 15 comments in there being like, are they going to talk about Aquaman yet?
But you know what? I go back and I look at the live chat sometimes too, and the hardcore audience now is locked in because there's some guy yesterday just like, well, look at this. They're 30 minutes into it, and not one mention of the Oscars, not one. and the audience that was going, hashtag that's the show, light them up, and now it's like you only it's
kind
just
of
so
feel
long.
bad for those kids.
Not anymore.
And here's the thing:
No.
is I got a
Throw
ton,
them to the wolves. Throw them to the wolves.
I got a ton of tweets that were supportive of things, and I was
Right.
like, guys, it's not about being supportive. Legitimately, we had a disagreement on the show, and then the trolls that come out and be like, remember when you used to tell jokes? I'm like, I'm gonna come through this effing Twitter machine and rip your face off.
Mild Man is
pretty
actually
funny.
clever.
Listen, I think that there should be a shirt or some
Mild
sort
Man?
like, hey, welcome to Mild Man. I'm like, hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Mild Man show.
the
The
truth.
Mild Berries, it's just Elliot and I in suits and ties. And we walk in, briefcase.
And then at the
I took
end,
offense-
like, your wife comes and brings you
Yeah.
like, your
See?
supper. Or
No, the offense that I took
Yeah.
was when people were going after you and they said, why don't you and get rid of that Danish Kristian Harloff and be gone forever? And I was like, how
What?
dare
How
you?
dare you?
How dare you? How dare you go after
That
Danish
is a very terrible idea.
Danish
Is this-
Kristian Harloff? How do you feel about all this stuff that happened?
Well, so
were you offended?
I called Josh Macugas on
You did.
on his cellular telephone, his mobile telephone.
Yeah, you called him on the telephone.
And I said to him, I said, listen, I think you're going a little too serious. Your friend Brett Sheridan, he was just trying to make some funnies.
It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny in the moment. I was
you
more
got
upset.
Indian. You went to more like an Indian tone there, I think.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, a little bit. You
Well,
were
he's
spending
been
some time in
traveling a
India.
lot
Well,
recently,
you
yeah.
know, I spent a little time in Bombay.
I understand.
And
Okay.
So it's he says, you should take it easy on Brett Sheridan, and sometimes when Roxy says it, it's a very angry way of saying it.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's why you perhaps were a little upset.
Right. But you weren't as offended as he was.
No, so in
Right.
in Denmark,
Right.
where I live,
Right off the shoulders.
Yes,
It goes.
you
Right.
know, at lunchtime we
Yeah.
eat our sausages,
Right.
and then afterwards we all say "suck my dick." and
Right,
then
right.
leave.
So it's just like it's a hello,
That's it.
goodbye.
But in a
Hello,
friendly
goodbye.
way.
Right.
But in
not
a friendly way,
angry
we're like,
So you
"Hello,
want-
suck my dick."
Right.
and
So
then
you,
leave.
you understood
Hey,
where Roxy was
now.
coming. You just wish you could have gotten in touch with Macuga earlier.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
You know, it's
Don't get so upset.
tough.
It'll all work out.
Right. You know, but since there's a time change and our streams are a little weird over in Denmark.
Right. So
We're
you just
only on
didn't-
3G.
So you watched
now.
it on the replay and you didn't have enough time to help your friend.
Correct.
I understand.
Correct.
Well, it was great to see. No, you're
Tough
not going
when you're
anywhere
live.
either.
No, so thank you. I love being a part of the
Good.
show, and you know, it's
Oh,
great.
good. And how's Braun Strowman?
Oh,
He's a wrestler. Yeah.
so Braun Strowman. So you want to hear a very funny story?
Yes. please.
So
How'd you know?
that's me,
Yes.
Braun Strowman,
The wrestler.
is the wrestler,
Right.
and
That was a singer, no?
No, Braun Strowman's a wrestler.
Braun Strowman is the wrestler.
Who's the singer?
Stein
Steinhaben?
Steinbromstein.
Stein
Bromstein.
Bromstein.
And so Stein
So
Bromstein and
it's-
Braun Strowman
It is
are
the
together.
three of us,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
I'm having usually on Sunday afternoons.
Mashed potatoes.
We have a lunch party at my house.
Right.
My wife makes many little small sandwiches.
Okay.
The crust is taken off, of course.
What's her name?
My wife's name? Helga.
Oh, Helga.
Yeah, yes, she's lovely.
She's
Sorry,
lovely.
I
I've met her
forgot.
before.
she's-
Via Skype.
Via Skype.
Yes.
She's a fantastic woman.
Right.
Very, very large in the chest area.
Right.
Ooh,
and the
good
butt.
for her.
And the butt. She's
Right.
a curvy woman.
People pay a lot of money for that.
Yes. Yes.
Madonna.
And we have two very lovely children, Hans and Hansel.
Oh, yeah?
And yes,
I
and
like them. They're very nice.
I mean,
Sweet
lovely
kids,
children,
polite.
very, and
They don't
loves their
say much.
candies, loves their bonbons.
Right.
And so Stein Bromsen and
Braun
Braun Strowman, they're there,
Right.
and all of a sudden, it's crazy. It's a Danish curling team.
Right.
They show up to my house. I mean, been friends with them for a very long time.
That's good.
And we had the most lovely afternoon listening to deep cuts of Stein Bromsen live 1998
Oh, I like that.
at the Denmark Civic Center.
Very nice. And it seemed,
Oh,
and that was
Denmark
one.
Civic
That was the
Center.
one that
Uh-huh.
broke her career wide open.
I mean, if you
Smashed it.
there are many people that say like I've been to magical places, but if you were at the Civic Center in 1998 and you saw Stein Bromsen,
It was like I'll leave fight Frazier.
correct.
Right.
It was the Rumble in the Jungle, but we called it the
Teacup.
the Dip and the Dana.
I got
But
it.
the real fans knew her before that.
Well, they were fans, but then,
No,
But
not
then
that.
it
Not,
was-
then they just blew their
Yeah, it was
ass off.
crazy.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
It was nice to have him back. I haven't heard him for a
It
while.
was. That was
good. Good. All right. So we're going to move on from all this nonsense now. Would you like to watch the firecracker?
I don't want to. They made me watch other stuff
What did
yesterday.
they make you watch? Oh yeah, but I didn't love a
Like
lot of that
people
stuff.
getting their knees
I didn't like that.
broken.
I didn't like. No, there was mascots. Cody put on this mascot video of them
Okay,
falling and
no,
stuff.
Okay, here's one thing.
What?
I got a little beef.
Uh-oh.
Tiny little beef.
Who's that?
It's
Is that-
it's
Cobbster.
How you doing? Christian.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Should we have a show called "I Got Beef with Cobbster"? Because
No,
it's pretty
no,
good.
it would,
no,
it would
I
never
don't-
stop.
no, I don't-
It would just be.
No, 2019
No,
Cobbster's
I'm a
not doing
happier
that.
person.
No,
Yeah.
wait.
Except
It's-
my desk
It's
area.
legitimately, you think it's going to be him yelling, but it's just him in a like meat locker.
Talking about I got beef.
about-
I mean, he's a
It's
real-
Nick
the best
Offerman?
kind-
Different
best-
cuts of meat.
Let's talk. So
Sorry, Cobbster, go
He
ahead,
has a
buddy.
real beef.
No, yeah, just a couple of times there's some misinformation as to what you think me and Cody are doing back here.
Okay.
Whether,
Zoom-ins,
I'm on the
close-ups.
zoom-ins or who's
Yeah.
doing the sound bites. There's a couple of times there's like, oh, Cody's doing this. Oh, Cobbster's doing this. And then there's other times you're giving Cody credit for something that I did. You're giving me credit for something Cody did.
Well, I can't see you
all the
guys, right?
time. That's very true. That is very
I
true.
can't see you.
So
I
just
don't
be
even know.
better.
What is this specific
Sure.
call out for though?
That one was for the
mascot.
The mascot.
was that
yeah.
you in the
That was
mascots?
me.
All
Oh
right.
yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
all
I
right.
love
Can
it.
I call out Cobbster real quick on this
Oh
one?
shit.
He knocked it out of the park
Yeah,
on the
no,
fake
this is a
news
good thing.
edit.
Yes.
I gotta watch it.
It
You love
turned
it.
out so well. We had
That
a
was
makeshift.
Cody.
No, that was.
Yeah, that was-
Yeah, you.
Roxy,
good
nicely
job.
done.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good. Collider quick.
Collider quick, check it out. Fake news. So we did why Aquaman made $5 billion or made $1 billion. The top five reasons this week. Should I tease it, Mark Reilly?
Tease it, please.
This week. Is Captain Marvel the actual Top Gun sequel this week?
Oh,
on
nice.
Fake
Okay, well,
News?
put on.
Yeah.
Put,
We
yeah,
have
make
a
sure-
lot of facts to back this up.
Tons
Yeah,
of facts.
So I want to know from the audience that's watching right now. Comment and let us know. Collider quick. Have you heard of it? Seriously, have you heard
Yeah,
of it?
no, we-
have you been going there? Are you
Legit
subscribed
question.
to it? Have you checked it out? What do you think? Because one of the things that there's a lot of interviews on there too. I'd like to. I mean, ideally, I would love to shift the interviews over to like its own channel, but it's something that we'll have to just keep discussing. But like Collider Quick, there's a lot of great material on there that I think is not has not seen the audience it deserves. So check out Fake News with
Josh
Macuga.
It's a blast. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, with the Mild Man.
Is it literally what it sounds like quicker videos?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That was the idea behind
That's
it.
the Roxy.
It's actually just us.
That's the Roxy.
It's just us tasting Nesquik. Thanks, guys. John Maroney's
John
here.
Maroney is back.
Trailer reactions.
Yeah.
Trailer reactions.
I
are
just want to
coming in hot.
clarify for everybody at home, they're quick videos. Just
How fast? Quick?
Yeah,
For-
later
for
today
a
we're
minute,
dropping
Brett
a
and I were getting
3-hour.
Just a minute. Now you united on that faithful Wednesday, and now you're back at each
Just
other.
back in.
Bummer, man. Bummer.
Yeah. How'd your mom do yesterday? Pretty good. Did you enjoy the show?
Yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. I was, she's.
Mama Sheridan.
I think she thinks she wants to do it, and then she's all nervous and freaks out.
She looked
yeah.
like a rock star.
She is a rock star.
She's pretty awesome.
She's
Yeah.
pretty great.
The first thing she said to me, she goes, "Josh, did you ever lick that urinal?" I was like, I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no,
That's my point. You know how much nonsense we've said on all these
I
shows?
know.
She knows everything about everybody and remembers every story
haven't
and
you looked
watches
at
every. She's like, is so and so still dating so and so? I'm like, I don't know. I never run into them.
Right.
My favorite is when I start getting Instagram likes just from her, when she
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
through my pictures
Yep,
and like catches up on my life.
I noticed she's following Roxy now.
No
Yeah.
way. She
Yeah.
hugged me.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm looking
That
at
was
these.
a good
Riley, can I break your chops just a little bit?
No.
No.
No, don't. He's
Why,
in
is
a
it
mood
bad?
today, he said.
Again?
No. What's up?
Yesterday.
What?
No, Brad.
No, Brad.
That's the best. I love the notes here. Banter stories is usually what is up top. It just says banter stories.
Yeah.
The next one, news and nonsense. Yeah. It's not the same.
First banter and stories,
and then
then
news and nonsense.
nonsense.
Well, I guess we have a lot of news today, right? Do we
There's
have
a
lot
ton of news.
So should we go into the
You
news?
always have the option here. When it says news and nonsense,
Yeah, to just talk
you
about
can
either
either do
nonsense or
news
Okay.
or nonsense.
So should we say news or nonsense?
I'll make that update.
That's big.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
News
Maybe we
or
should
nonsense. Good talk, Russ.
Play rock, paper, scissors, shoot for it.
Thank you.
I'm just still pissed that Banter Stories got snubbed for an Oscar.
Why do you think it should have won?
Well, I'm sorry. Is great in everything he does. And
What's
I think
his best work?
His best work was in News and Nonsense.
Right. Well,
yeah.
the first one or the third one?
The third one
third
was.
Didn't the second one have like a young Christian Bale?
That's why it wasn't as good,
Yeah,
though.
and it was
Yeah.
a setup for the third. It was
Right.
basically. I mean, it wasn't as great, but
And the third one wasn't that great.
No.
Yeah,
Unlike
which is
the
the one with
second
the
one.
roses with the piss and the puppies.
That's two. Isn't that two?
That's why it's not that good.
So it's two.
All right. Not.
I know we're going
Yes.
into news and nonsense,
That
but
was
can
nonsense.
I bring up a situation? Because I wasn't here for the Oscars yesterday.
You sure you want to do this again?
Yes.
All right.
I wasn't here for the Oscars yesterday.
No, you weren't.
Oh, I know where you're going.
And I'm my vitriol for the fact that "Won't You Be My Neighbor" wasn't nominated is through the roof.
Yeah,
but
all of us.
but like
Unbelievable.
Mr. Rogers, I will be calm and I will accept what life has handed me,
You'll
and
be
I will
mild.
move on. I will be the mild man.
Okay.
But can the mild man get a little wildly angry and be totally confused by why Roma is a good movie?
Oh, okay. See,
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm tapped
seen it.
out.
I guess. So, anybody in the booth seen it?
Have you seen it?
I have not yet. It's the only one I haven't seen yet.
No,
Anybody?
we didn't see it.
Roma?
No,
Okay.
it's in black
I'm
and
gonna
white.
I'm going to throw one of my favorite people under the bus here, Perry Nemiroff. Okay?
She loves it.
Well, I said, what is Roma? Because I watched the trailer like 3 times, and I don't know what the movie's about, right? And if the trailer isn't, I mean, it's black
And
and
you want
white.
to watch it to get caught up.
I wanted to. All these things get nominated. I still need to see the Favrat.
That's the favorite.
Favorite. Wait, just quick question for
Can
my
you
personal.
hear me now? What's the one with Melissa?
Can you
McCarthy?
forgive me?
Can you ever forget
me?
me? Yeah.
Do you watch it on Netflix? Is it still there? Or
Yeah, it was
no?
on Netflix.
Oh, okay, so anybody can watch it.
Anybody
right
can
now.
watch it. So I said, Amanda and I were talking about the Oscar noms, and she's like, "Oh, Roma, that's on Netflix. Everybody's talking about it. Well done. We should watch it." So I put it on, and about 20 minutes in, Amanda's right back on the phone. She's on
She's
her
done.
computer.
Bored out of her mind.
Bored out of her
I
mind.
can't get Sadie to watch it.
Yeah,
either.
I mean, it's all in subtitles.
Yeah.
It's the shots.
whole thing?
The whole thing is subtitles.
No, I'm
It's
so
a
bad at that.
But it's a foreign film. Come on,
I
guys,
know.
be better.
I'm really. Here's the problem.
Don't take my phrase.
Your phrase.
Yeah, I patented it on the
No.
break. It's mine. You can't do it. Oh.
That's
I did
good.
it first.
That's good. That's good.
I'm really, really slow with the reading. So I have to pause because they go too quick and it destroys me. It has nothing to do with the fact that I don't want to be better.
It's a very serious movie with like weird things.
But there is a part in English. Play the part from Roma.
That's it.
That's it.
No, you don't have the part.
There's a part where
we're
they
talking to each other. I'm sorry.
Oh, Cody, can you play that one part from Roma that we do have the English part?
Yeah, let me find. Here it is.
When it go fishing. When it go fishing. Yeah.
that was my favorite scene in the
That
movie.
was the best
which
part.
is great.
So you didn't like the movie?
Okay.
It's beautiful though, shot right.
It's really well shot.
Quaron's a genius.
Yeah, I mean they're very long, slow takes,
Right.
holding on certain things. It's in black and white, so and everything is so far away that if you were to line up the cast of Roma and then line up every WWE wrestler of all time, I would have no idea who any of them are.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but what did Perry say to you?
So I'm talking to Perry. I'm like, should I see Roma? And she was like, I don't know if you'll like it, but if you do, wait till the end. The end is incredible. The credits roll, and I turn to Amanda, and she goes, that Perry's full of shit.
Well, but
It
she
was-
did, but you didn't like it all the way through though. So she said if you liked it.
If you start, dude, I was an hour into the movie, and I'm like, this ending better be incredible. And I don't want to bash this movie because it is serious.
I'm nervous.
There are
I'm
things-
nervous. Here's why I'm nervous because I want to
I tweeted
3
out.
years ago. 3 years ago, I couldn't be on more of an opposite side of opinions with you with movies. Over the last, what do you think of Bohemian Rhapsody? Did you
Loved
yeah,
it.
see, this is a problem.
kidding me?
You and
That
I have been
movie was
running on the same
awesome.
side here because we both thought Star is Born. Okay. Did you ever see Creed 2 yet?
I haven't seen
Still
Creed
haven't seen that yet.
I'm looking at you on this
I know,
one.
it's my fault.
El
Why would you
Guapo.
bring that up?
Yeah.
What is that?
Why would you ask him that?
Why not? It got good material out of it. He's upset now. but no, there's
Somebody play a slow violin. For
There's a
Creed
couple. There's a couple of movies that we've kind of been on the same page here. So I want to see where because I love Alfonso Cuarón. I love him.
Dude, are you kidding me? Children of Men is one of the most underrated
Best
movies
Harry
of all
Potter
time.
movie is the third one.
Prisoner of
for sure.
Azkaban, clearly
I
the best
love
book
Gravity.
and best movie.
Gravity.
Gravity's
I like
Gravity's
fantastic.
phenomenal. I love
I
it.
like the Gravity when it came out because and this happens all the time when a movie is very popular. There starts to be this big pocket of people who just hate it to hate it,
Yeah.
and Avatar has never gotten off that. People still hate Avatar, but Gravity. People stopped hating on it. If you notice, there's some people.
People were hating on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that movie.
Me
So
too.
much better than Interstellar. Suck my
How many?
Stellar.
How many times have you seen Interstellar?
twice.
I
People made me watch it a second time for
I
that
had to
reason.
go to do the DVD release at the JPL in Pasadena. Remember?
I liked Interstellar. The second time, I loved it. First time, I thought it was okay.
I really enjoyed that movie.
Jeez.
That was
I
my
need to see
first
it again.
review where I got fuck Brett and that was what my introduction to my Brett
To
to the
this
Future
audience.
was Interstellar was just like fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Welcome to the world.
He
my friend.
doesn't know about anything.
Oh yeah, right.
Trial
well,
by
they
fire.
didn't know you yet. They
Trial
didn't
by
know
fire.
you. Yeah.
But dude, listen, I'm watching Roma, and there are 2-3 scenes that are actually really well done.
Yeah.
One of them is funny. 2 of them are very serious. And I was screaming at the TV. If this ends how I thought it was gonna end,
Yeah,
I was gonna throw the TV. And there were 2
Did it end the way?
hours. No.
Okay.
There's 2 hours I'm never gonna get back. And
Wow.
I don't know if Alfonso Cuarón went into a pitch room because I'm always so interested
He
in
doesn't
how
need to
these
pitch that movie. He
exactly.
just does- he just shoots
He's
his
like,
movie.
hey, I'm going to shoot this movie about nothing. And so I tweeted out, I'm 90 minutes into Roma. Can somebody tell me if this movie has a plot? And then I get the...
Did you get destroyed?
I got the serious response from Drew McQueenie, who I really respect. And I was like... And then I wanted to
What
respond
was the
with...
serious response?
I can
Yes
read
or
it,
no?
but no, he's like... Long story short, it's about this, and this, and this. And I was like, is that a plot? Or is that legit? Like, I could just set up a camera in my living room, turn it on black and white, and talk for 2 hours and make the same movie as Roma. The thing that got me the worst, there was a dog barking in that movie the whole time. Like, in the distance. They were just like...
Is that true?
Yes!
Yes.
About 90 minutes in, Amanda just goes, why is that dog always barking? It was the most frustratingly boring movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
I
Kinda wanna watch it now.
I paused it thinking that it was like an hour and 30-minute movie, hour and 40-minute movie.
How long
I
was
paused it. It's 2 hours, 10 minutes.
It's long.
I paused it and said, there's an hour and 10 minutes left. It was like the scene in Sopranos. Remember when Vito is gay and he moves up to Vermont or
Yeah,
Maine?
yeah.
And he's working construction. He's thinking
Yeah.
about his watch, right? And he's thinking about the time. It's got to be 10:15, at least 11:30. He looks and it's 9:45. That's how I felt about Roma.
Wow. So you liked it?
No. I don't understand. I know the
Kristian,
joke.
why did you say yesterday that you thought I was going to win? You haven't seen it.
From the way
Just
that
from buzz?
from the way that it's
From the
going down
buzz.
right now. So it's just you can tell from the way that I look at it.
I'd rather watch A Star Is Born 5 more times
Well, I
than
didn't
this
hate
movie.
Star Is Born. I thought Star Is Born was good. I just thought the hype behind it I thought was unwarranted.
Are you going to apologize for what we did to Mariah?
Oh, did you see those comments?
No,
Yeah.
what
Oh my
happened?
We were so disrespectful. in the film.
we did a nonsense take on Mariah because none of us had heard it. It's an
I was-
animated film that got nominated.
I was
And-
here.
I know.
For
but
animated.
I'm saying, what's
was
that?
saying
It got
to
nominated
Macuga.
for animated, right?
Yes.
The animated
Yeah.
film. It is
I
Mariah.
asked you guys if any of you knew what it was, and they
And
described it to me
we
perfectly.
did a nonsense. We fooled Dorina, and Brett said it was about a skunk. So of course.
Well, is it a very serious animated
I
movie?
have no
know,
idea.
But of course, there was somebody. There were some.
Oh, you
there were some
offended
fans.
somebody, huh?
Well, of
Yeah.
cour- yeah, there were
Course,
some
of course.
fans. There were some fans that were just like, no, it's a really good movie about this, and that's fine.
Yeah.
There's one guy like,
How dare you disrespect the filmmakers and the animation?
That's legitimately who he was. That guy. That's how he reacted.
It's like, dude, just laugh.
Okay,
just laugh. Don't worry about it. Just laugh.
There's a comedian named Hampton Yount, and I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't know if he's
Hampton
doing
Neon?
Yount.
Hampton Yount.
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 No.
I haven't seen him in a long time, so I don't know if he's like writing for something. He was a
Yount.
When are you guys
Was that
talking about
necessary?
Transformers?
Now hold on. That's too far.
I agree with Brett. It's too far. It's too far.
That's a man's name.
It's the man's last name. Show respect to the Younts and the Younts that came before him.
Robin Yount was a Hall of Fame baseball
Great
player.
mustache.
Great mustache. Well, Milwaukee Brewers.
So what did the
Fantastic.
Mr. Yount do?
But he had this bit about people that write letters, right?
Yeah.
The people that have enough wherewithal to get up in the morning so angry from a TV show that they sit down and write. It took me like 6 months to write 20 thank you notes for my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
They write the letter to the SEC. This is ridiculous. They don't even know. And this bit was incredible. He would go on for like 5 minutes. And that's what I feel about people that are writing the YouTube comments. It's like when Reilly types on his computer. It's just like... And Riley's just doing it because that's how he types. These people are out of anger.
You could feel the heat out of this comment. It was so stupid.
I got a national commercial one time,
Yeah.
like right when and I mean this was gonna make me. It was playing during the Olympics.
Whoa.
And I was a masked murder, like Michael Myers kind of a thing, chasing after an Olympic runner.
Good thing that you would have had a mask on you.
Yeah, so many people complained about it that it got pulled after 2 weeks.
no.
I made $14,000 in 2 weeks.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
imagine if it
If
would
this would have run.
forever.
So to
Can you
all the
find-
people that do that kind of shit, suck my pussy.
How do you not play the sound drop?
No, Brett, no.
Oh God.
People don't realize who they're actually hurting when they complain.
Yes.
Oh well, it depends though sometimes too. So I don't know what the ad was. I don't know what the ad
It was. It was.
Is
an
it on
Olymp-
YouTube?
You can pull
Put
it
it on
up.
the
It's,
Let me guess. The Olympic runner beat the serial
Beat
killer.
me. Yeah, she
Yes.
gets away. Her
Ran
name was,
away.
Her name was.
Interesting way
Now
to
it's kind of
train.
interesting. Her name is Susie Favor Hamilton. She ended up being a call girl.
real?
She's got this great story because, and not a good story, but
Whoa.
it's
But it's
she,
great.
This took a
It's
turn.
an
she fell
entertaining
down
story.
during the Olympics. It was very depressing for her. So even it was like pain to misery after that. And you can look it up. It's
Brett
it's,
really
it's,
stood-
a,
Wait,
it's
stop. The guys like when they
What do you
there's
want
so
me to
much
pull up?
commotion. Well, when there's so much commotion going on and they don't know, and you say pull it up, they go. You can see Cobbster and Cody look at each other like just arms struggling. They write in the
it's
headline.
Nike.
What do you want us to pull up for questions?
It was a Nike ad.
Yeah.
It was during the you can Nike's Susie Favor Hamilton maybe.
Good luck on that.
Yeah.
Susie Favorman. Just put just serial killer.
Susie Faberman. It's
Yeah, no,
Favor
she
Hamilton.
ended up being she was on
Video.
some podcast. Yeah, Just Do It, inspired by murder.
Nike serial killer.
What?
How Nike just did it.
No,
That's
no,
not it.
no, I don't know.
All right, forget it. We'll find it during the break.
Yeah, we'll find it during the break. But no, I mean, so many things. It was directed by this same guy that directed Rattle and Hum and 3 O'clock High. This was a big
nice.
this is
Yeah.
a big thing for me.
right.
national commercials are huge.
Yeah,
When did that
my
happen?
mom put my picture in the paper.
Oh
you
no!
know,
When did that happen?
like-
How long ago was that?
This was
2004?
God. This was late '90s. Well, I mean,
Oh, 98.
98 probably. Yeah, I mean, it was like I was like, here, I'm in, baby.
96.
Yeah, no, '96. I was
the Winter
was
Olympics?
graduated.
So
It
Winter
was-
Olympics?
So it would have been Probably 2000. I guess. I don't know. When are the Olympics?
All right,
People look that
fine.
up.
So you know,
Every
Brad,
4 years.
96, 2000,
You're maxed out for the
2008,
day.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we can find that.
I'll find it.
We'll
I've got
find
it.
it. But hey, I saw another. Perfect. I saw another. Just go to the end of that, guys. I know what you're doing. So, the beach bum.
I know what you're doing.
What beach bum trailer?
shit.
No,
Don't look.
I know what they're doing. I saw
They're
it.
bringing up the beach bum trailer.
No, that's not what they're doing.
They're bringing up the beach bum trailer.
Don't look at me and lie to my face.
Well, we're on the air. I can lie to your face. It makes it more entertaining,
Oh,
doesn't it?
okay.
All right. So there you go. All right, guys. So we're gonna look up here. Roxy, just watch it once.
No,
We'll
I'm
leave
not
you alone.
watching it.
All right, fine. Macuga, look, you can watch.
I'm gonna make you watch the tampon in the mouth thing.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Well,
All right, here we go.
every time I have to watch this, you have to watch
Go.
that.
Yes.
Go.
Fine.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
yes, yes.
I just want Macuga to laugh.
Go. What an asshole.
You know what?
What?
Had that been in Roma, sold.
You would have been happy. You know,
Sold.
Look
All
what they're
jerks.
doing to him. They're making him dance. Yeah, guy's okay. He's actually ran for mayor, and
You don't know
that. No one else?
He's the mayor of the town.
The movie didn't even take place in Rome.
You know what we're
or
not giving
Roma.
enough credit to is his boy with the white hat. He braces himself. He's like, this guy's a moron. Watch this. Yeah, look, guy with the white hat's like, I got this. I'm good. And he's like, he just tucks himself. Like, what's that tuck gonna do? Hit that blood.
What's he supposed to do, Christian?
Get out of the way, man. Don't be there. Be at home watching Roma, or be at home watching Stranger Things or something. Be at home watching True Detective season 3. Don't
has
be
been
in a
good.
fireworks
Festival.
face.
I watched both of those documentaries.
I watched them both also.
Yeah,
You
it's
haven't seen them yet?
I just watched the
Fire
one.
Festival?
I know somebody that went.
Oh, the
Netflix and the Hulu
Yeah,
ones.
that party that was supposed to happen that they screwed everybody.
Fire.
If you guys
FYI.
seen both, how was the Hulu one? Because I don't have Hulu.
I prefer the Hulu one,
Why
even
are
though
they-
most
really?
people prefer the Netflix one. I like the Hulu one better because we have actual interviews with Billy.
With
And they
Billy.
both came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Day after
So
each other.
here's what savagely happened. So Hulu announced they were doing it.
Okay.
Netflix then announced that they were doing it with a release date. Hulu did not announce a release date and just released it a couple days before Netflix.
Also, the Netflix one is being produced by the Jerry Media guys,
Which
they were
in-
involved with the thing.
Jerry Media was
in
the
it.
one
I
that was
see.
putting on the social media for Fire.
They're
Yes.
both good.
Right.
But
They're
here's
both,
the thing.
you watch both of them, Cobbster?
Yeah, you
did
combine them
too.
together, it'd be like a great super doc.
That's what I said. I think you can
but I
buy
said it
like
first, patent.
50% of the Netflix one, and then the interview with the guy Delroy in the Hulu one is one that was the most interesting for me because he
Which
was
one
like-
was that guy?
He was the guy that told them that on New Year's Eve he was like, guys, listen, tomorrow we have to get to work. And they're like, Delroy, no, we'll
yeah.
be fine. The thing that interests me most about this documentary is one at Ninacello, which totally makes sense. Is I met somebody that went to the Fyre Fest, and I
Which
noticed
is
on
Nina
their social media-
Dobrev's birthday party.
Right. And this girl started posting pictures of her experience from Fyre Fest, and I was like, of course this person went to Fyre Festival because they're like an influencer and a blogger and whatever. And it's like, if you were convinced, and if you got a free trip to there, great.
And
Like,
so
Yeah.
Fyre Fest, for people who don't know, it was a big scam. And there's just-
So it was like a new Woodstock
People
or
shitting in
Coachella where
tents
it
and
was
stuff?
Yeah.
general admission was $1,000 a day that you were going to
$1,000 a day.
day.
For how many days?
for
Three.
3 days.
Supposed to be
You
Friday,
were going
Saturday,
to
Sunday.
Pablo Escobar's private island.
So you're looking between
Not
like
true
five or
anymore.
six,
No.
$5,000 basically for everything, flights and all together.
Well,
They
you
just
have to
as for
take
tickets and
you
flights.
have to take a. There's no commercial, so
Right.
you have to take private. So
Right.
more than that even.
Wow.
Yeah. Then you had to
They
load
were-
up your
Like some of the cabanas were $250,000 for the weekend.
Yeah.
Like some people, there was supposed to be $1 million scavenger hunt where you're looking for the buried treasure. Like probably for most people, it was $100,000.
And so what? They just dumped people on an island and said, we're going to get
Well,
away
they
with this.
used rescue tents,
Like FEMA tents.
yeah.
and there were
Instead of
mattresses
cabanas.
that were
Just to make a
soaked in-
profit.
No, they
No.
they fully. It seems as if they fully thought they were going to pull it off.
Oh.
Yes.
It's not like they were playing a prank. They were trying to pull.
It was
off
just a
the
terrible
They just
plan.
was poorly executed.
You could see the train wreck happening
Oof, look at that.
slowly.
Look at that. I mean, that's somewhere I paid $6,000 to go to.
Yeah.
6 is the biggest
Well, they
understatement
paid-
of the entire year.
They paid like $3,000. Then they get an email like 3 days before. Load up the cash on your wristband because you need to
Most
do
people
it.
are putting $10,000 minimums on their wristband.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, we have to do this. So they interview some of the guests, and Yeah,
I remember
they're
the
like
trailer. I remember the
6,000 in
trailer
hole.
for the party because the trailer for the party
Looked awesome.
Looked
Looked
awesome.
dope.
Yeah.
Looked dope. It
yeah.
had Gigi. It was
Bella
all
Hadid,
yeah.
Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah.
If there's not a more perfect metaphor of social media, their commercial
That.
just get a
Right.
bunch of models, put them in the Bahamas, get a hashtag, and that thing trends.
Is that what they were serving people?
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's
Yeah.
what they serve.
Are you kidding me?
Cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
That is good. That
But
looks
no,
then
that's not.
I-
That's not a poor explanation. That's the scam.
Yes.
No,
but they just didn't
the
have
catering
anything.
company quit. So
What a
what
disaster.
I did think was amazing though was that one moment in the Hulu one. Spoiler if you don't want to know. There's one moment in the Hulu one where
Bless you.
one of the
Thank you.
girls, one of the influencers,
Thank you.
goes, gets her beautiful house that was promised, has all of the stuff, doesn't even realize what's going on around her. Is like, here I am at Fyre Fest, like
And just
in
got
this like
destroyed.
mansion of a place.
Yeah.
Oh
And
wow!
everybody's like outside
Eating cheese
starving,
sandwiches.
dying,
Right.
like on this. But I do think it's a little mean that our
people-
society thought it was so funny because it's still
Well, that's-
a
well,
dollar is a dollar no matter
Right.
how wealthy you are. And
But people aren't. Yeah, that's the problem with the internet in general. Is that people aren't real to them unless you meet them.
yeah,
that's the
and
problem
these people
with
like
all that stuff.
they really a lot of people quit their jobs.
Right.
They sold like I'm not
Yeah.
saying that this is a smart kind
People
of
are
person, but they
desensitized to a lot
sold.
of
stuff.
Some people sold all of their belongings
Okay.
just to try to go party with these models. like
Clop, you got
it's
a
sad.
Clop, you got a
If you're
beef.
quitting your job for a fucking festival,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
I'm not
You
saying
get
you're not,
what you
I'm not saying
deserve
you're not
then.
stupid, but I'm just not the kind of person who roots against people.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No,
you
I get
and
that.
you also don't know. Look,
I'm not rooting against people. I would just like people to think a little more.
I'm with you.
In
I
the
would like that
sense
too,
of-
but I'm not going to be like ha 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 ha.
But
ha.
I mean, maybe
you
I'm
got
just
screwed,
different.
bitch.
Wait, what was that? What was that, Roxy?
Ha 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 ha.
They're recording it for the sound.
Thank you.
Yeah. Listen, I've been to music festivals before.
I'll start
I've been
calling you
outdoor
Reality
concerts.
Brett. Sorry.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
What'd
the
you go
need-
to Coachella?
I went to Coachella one time. It was the worst day of my life.
I
It's
love it.
too
Why
hot.
bad gas?
It's just too hot. Like the drinks are so expensive. Then we got the VIP thing and it was fine, but like all the other people out there, I was like,
Mild
this is
man,
just.
mild
just-
man.
I would love to have sent you to.
Do you know what was really fun?
Fyre
Was
Festival.
outside of Coachella at like the house parties and
Yeah,
stuff.
those
That
are
was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, but I would have loved to have seen you at this disaster.
Oh, my God.
You would have been pissed. You would have
Pissed.
fought somebody.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would have gone after that.
I went
day.
to the first
But
Coachella.
it's
It's been
actually-
overrated ever since.
Did you go to the
When you
first one?
think about
Oh my
it-
God, what year was that?
I don't know. I've got the ticket. I
63?
posted it when I posted it. It was $50 a day. You could buy one day.
Oh, are you making a
and
joke or
parking
no?
No,
was
he was
free.
really
no,
there.
I
Oh.
posted it like when people were posting stuff about Coachella. I go, yeah, I went to the first one. It's no big deal. Yeah, it was free parking, $50 a day. I booked a commercial before that, and
Did it get
I was
pulled?
on Avails for it. And I told my friends, I said, hey, if I book this, I'm taking everybody to this Coachella concert. So I had to buy everybody tickets, like $250 for my friends to go to.
How many
Coachella.
friends?
It was well, how do you 50 times what?
How many people did you take?
4. I think.
To be
Four.
honest, though, it
5,
hasn't
no,
gone
no,
up that
5.
much since then because it's $300 for 3 days, so it's $100 a day instead of $50 a day.
That's not that bad.
That's not.
Better
the
than
parking is
6,000 in
$50.
Oh,
Bahamas.
with the parking
Oh,
too.
I walk there. I don't park.
Walk there from your house?
Wow,
I
that's a
walk there
long
from
walk.
it's a mile and a half, not
Oh.
from here, but from where I used to stay. I haven't gone in 5 years. We used to go every year, and then it did get a little much.
I thought it was a
little
lot more than
samey.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't bought tickets in a couple years. Maybe it's $350 now.
I
But
just like I could put a live concert on DVD and do drugs and have just as much fun as like a Fyre Fest
Yeah.
and what they sold versus like and people
Those
like,
cheese
the
sandwiches look delicious, though.
delicious what they sold versus what people were actually getting like leading up to it. It's kind of like if you my brother got screwed out of Super Bowl tickets 5 years ago, right? And now there was an awesome article in ESPN about what is happening with Super Bowl tickets and tickets like that is they're sold through like a third party.
what do you mean he got
and
screwed out
these-
of them? He bought them and they were
he
fake?
bought them. No, he bought them, and then the company that sold them to him didn't have the tickets. Like they buy futures, and then they sell you the futures in hopes that they will have
Oh,
the tickets
no.
available
They
when you
refunded
get to
him,
the
though.
thing.
They didn't refund him?
No, these companies are not liable for this, and they're all getting sued. It's like it's a crime. It's a serious crime.
Seriously.
Last year, a couple of my buddies that went to the Super Bowl in Philly, half of them
See,
got in, half of them didn't
and I'm
because
not
they
laughing.
overbuy.
I'm not laughing at your brother. I'm not thinking, ha 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 ha. That's
No,
so
but
funny.
these
Rich
companies-
kid goes
but
to Super Bowl.
Well, that's different though. He's trying to go to the Super Bowl game. There's some.
This is some people. That's their
That
Super
was
Bowl.
their Super Bowl for
yeah,
them. Yeah.
totally. I'm not saying it's what I'm into, but if here's what they heard that
His brother didn't
Kanye was
quit
going to
the
be there,
job, though.
Blink 182 was going to be there. Some people are going for the music.
Right.
Some people are going for the models.
And he just got screwed.
Yeah, I would have paid $1,000 not to see Blink-182.
I love
Don't
Blink
tell
182.
Frank that.
But
Don't tell Frank that.
Oh shit! Did I just live? No.
You just
got
threw-
some Blink
you just
182
Some people-
people here.
stink bomb into the production office.
some
I
people
love
who
Blink.
don't understand football would look at your brother and be like, "That's stupid, ha ha."
Yeah.
I would never. I'm
right,
just not
so-
judging
so-
anybody's where they're spending their money.
Here where we landed on this. We all love them. We're with you.
No, it's not that.
Wait, I
But they
don't-
were also
you know
felt
what it
really
is?
unsafe. You get to this place, you're staying in that. It's soaking wet. You're freezing cold. Like,
He can't hear it. He can't hear it. They're playing Blink-182.
Oh man, it's my favorite.
All right.
My mom is.
In the
my
car,
phone
just
is
can't
blowing up.
wait.
She's sent me the link to that commercial.
Oh,
and
you
she's
have
very
it?
concerned we're not gonna roll
Oh,
back.
you're not
Yeah, we
getting
have
it
it.
now, Brett.
They don't want- they
You're
said
not getting it now,
You're not
Brett.
getting it now, is what they're
They said
saying.
they're not going to show you.
Oh,
Do
because of the
better.
Blink.
Yeah.
I
Blink
meant I would
182.
pay $1,000 to meet.
Oh, he wants to meet Blink.
Blink-182.
All right, before I want
All
to
of the
move
Blinks.
away from this, please. So there's a couple of stories that we should talk about here going on the news. We did as I walked in. Riley's like, "Hey, did you see this?" And this Beach Bum trailer is
Yeah.
running around right now,
man.
and it's Harmony. What's his last name? I always say Harmony Gold, right?
I know. I don't.
I always say Harmony Gold. Why does it's not Harmony Gold? Though.
Harmony Gold is that place on Sunset
Right.
that I've gone to a
Harmony
screening.
Corinne?
Harmony Corinne. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, Spring Breakers. Look at all my shit.
Yep.
Dude, I love that movie. I know some
I
people.
love
don't.
yeah,
I
I
love
love
Spring Breakers.
Spring
This
Breakers.
movie, this movie looks like
Spring Breaker's great.
this movie. This Beach Bum looks like a mixture of Spring Breakers meets The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
And Matthew McConaughey, where I don't think he realizes that he's even in the movie. He just rolled out of bed and he's just playing his bongo drums, and then he shot him. And it looks like Zac Efron is basically playing the same role that Franco played for the most part, and then Jonah Hill's in it for a second. But it looks like insanity. It
Yeah.
looks absolutely
I gotta watch
crazy. I loved the trailer, and I hope that I love.
well,
the
that's funny because McConaughey is in that wig and Efron is Efron.
Well, so Efron does Pilates. A friend of mine is a Pilates instructor, and he does like private classes for him. And we went, and his hair was like so bleached, and it's for this. I would imagine.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to the movie. I had never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a teaser or something a year
Mark
ago.
yeah,
Lawrence
I saw a
Lawrence is
teaser
in it.
years.
Martin Lawrence is in it.
Mark, yeah.
Also,
Lawrence. Yeah.
Will Smith posted today, 7 days into shooting Bad Boys for Life.
Look at you.
It's like they never left. The chemistry is incredible, and they did this like yin and yang thing. Everybody tags me and everything. Bad Boys 3.
See?
All I want, I've been talking to Frosty about it. I want to get Amanda and I
Set
a set
visit.
visit
Yeah.
so badly, just so I can be like, listen, our wedding rings have we ride together, we die
Is it
together.
Miami?
on them. No, they're shooting in Atlanta right now.
Atlanta.
I would imagine they'll get somewhere.
Yeah. You talked to Frosty about it?
I've talked to Frosty. He's at Sundance right now, apparently. But I need to reach out to somebody in Sony PR and be like, listen, this will be the best video that you get from the set
Remind
visit.
me afterwards.
Yes.
I can
Okay.
put you in touch with somebody.
Are we
So-
talking about a different Spring Breakers? Is there two different movies?
Going with James Franco.
Oh, okay.
You hated it?
Oh God.
I loved it.
That movie
Just
was
like,
great.
like it?
mind-numbingly bad.
Oh, I
yeah.
love
Watch
Spring
Roma.
break, spring break. Like,
Oh, I love it. Look at my shit.
yeah.
Look at my
Oh
shit.
my
Watch
God.
it again.
Watch
I don't
Roma.
know.
I love it.
don't know.
I love
No,
it.
you don't have to watch
A lot of
it.
people
Watch
look,
Roma?
A lot of people hated it, by the way.
Oh
Spring
wow.
Breakers.
And yeah,
I love
I
it,
think
though.
most people hated it.
Really? What's the
think
Rotten
Brett's
Tomatoes
in the-
score?
I think
What's the
Brett's in
Rotten
the majority. I liked it.
I liked it. I did hear. Remember when we reviewed it? It's in a 9. It's the 9.
Okay.
Okay. I want to see
think you're in the
Spring
You know, I don't think I
Breakers.
wanna be
Just
on
for
the show
Spring Breakers
today.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Watch. Just
Spring
watch.
Breakers Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. 2013. What did it? 66. It's all right.
38 audience. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an acquired taste for sure. And
It's pretty rare that you see the critics like something that much more than audience
Yeah.
that's supposed to be this kind of movie.
it goes in a very wacky place.
Have you guys ever been to spring break at like a really shady situation though?
Yes.
Not
Me
shady.
too. Where'd you go?
Cabo.
See, I was in Panama City
Mazatlan.
in Florida.
Oh, yeah, I've been
and
there.
Panama City was
Yeah,
like
it's all right for me.
we got into some
Yeah.
trouble. It
Well,
was
do you remember a lot of the trouble?
no
Right.
but it was like the locals did not.
Like you.
If you're not staying at an all-inclusive and you're going anywhere outside,
That's
which is
where
what
it
we
gets
did.
dangerous.
That's where it was
I didn't.
for us.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Did you
I never did that. I never did. So when people were like, "We're going outside," nope. They set this up for a reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you go to, I've been to Cabo twice in the all-inclusive. We never left the all-inclusive.
don't
That's
leave.
the
we
point.
did.
You don't
That's
leave.
the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't leave. Otherwise, it turns. Then it's the
Somebody gets,
it's
Yeah.
one. Don't leave.
somebody gets drunk, wanders off, they get stolen.
Yeah, we had a couple people get really hurt. We actually had a friend who passed away too. Like
No,
people, we had
what?
really bad
At spring break?
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh,
there was
wow.
like really
Sorry, man.
crazy. Way to kill the
Roxy,
mood.
no.
I know.
Oh,
that's
Crazy
when
though.
it-
We had like crazy spring break. I suggest
How? What
staying in an
happened?
all-inclusive situation. He fell off of a building.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. That's awful.
And it was wild, and everybody was like
Yeah.
partying and didn't realize even what had happened, kind of
Oh,
situation.
God, yeah.
But that's like not Mexico's fault.
Were you with him?
No,
Okay.
I was not. It was all of our spring breaks so had some kind of story like that where
Yeah.
somebody got like way too drunk or had a sketchy situation or somebody tried to pick them up and
Yeah,
that one obviously being the last one.
How old was Vivi when this movie came out?
Like 2 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. It was.
You feared for your daughter.
I
kind
don't
of
know. It was
situation.
just feared for my kids. I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
something, and it was very.
It like hit you.
No,
in
no.
your-
I mean, it's different. I mean, if I would have seen this maybe pre-children, younger, might have enjoyed and laughed at it. But to me, anything where like kids are in a bad situation, I fear for.
That's always there, but there's just something about that movie that where it gets so crazy and so bizarre that the reality of it just completely leaves.
again now.
It's so ridiculous, and James Franco's so good in that movie.
What year was it?
Spring Break.
2012.
2012. Yeah,
Time
so
flies,
she was like a
isn't
year
it?
old.
2013.
2013. You sure about that?
Yes.
Says it.
Bring it up again.
Schmodown.
Bring it up again. I thought I just saw it say 2012.
We went.
Where? I don't see it. Show me. You're just booming about it. You haven't seen anything. Boom! Oh.
2013.
Brett, what are you just touching there? Oh, the year.
Yeah.
Not Selena Gomez's.
No, Brad.
Roxy.
Brad.
No,
Brett?
Brett.
No.
I love it.
Animal! All right, we're gonna go to break.
All right, let's do it.
When we get
There was a lot of nonsense, not much news.
not much news, we'll do a little bit more news when we
See,
get
I told
back.
you.
But we have more news, and then Bumblebee 2 Transformers was announced, so we're gonna talk about that for sure. Do we need another Transformers movie? We'll discuss it when we get back. Collider Live. Suck it.
Hello there. No, it's not late to the party. That's actually from Obi-Wan Kenobi. You didn't know that? Well, you should, and now you do. Jedi Council. What is it? It's about Star Wars, obviously. It's Jedi Council. Every week, the latest and greatest in Star Wars movie news. Myself and Ken Knapsack, that's right, the pit boss himself. We have a guest on, and we talk about everything happening in the world of Star Wars. If it's the movie news, the TV news, canon news, comic books, games. And then we take questions from you guys on Facebook and Twitter. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. I'm still excited talking about it. The fan base is coming together again. I believe it is. I think it is. I hope it is. And we're talking Star Wars, so we'd like you. That's right, all of you. If you're not a fan of Star Wars, come on over and join us every Thursday for Collider Jedi Council here on Collider Video. And we have an Apple Podcast feed or Podcast One, wherever you want to go if you listen to podcasts. And not only do you get Collider Jedi Council every week on Thursday, The Rule of Two with Mark Fernandez and Mark Reilly, that's on every week. I believe it drops on Wednesday. It's on one of these days. It's a good show. You should listen to it. I like it. I listen to it. I haven't listened to it once.
Hey guys, Ryan Satin here from ProWrestlingSheet.com. And if you're a pro wrestling fan, which I hope you are, even if it's in secret, then you should be checking out Wrestling Sheet Radio Weekly. We've got a bunch of shows in the podcast feed. We've got weekly recaps from myself and John Roca, which you guys will probably know from the Collider family. That's for Raw, that's for SmackDown. We've also got the weekly roundup of wrestling news. It's a show I host called Wrestling Sheet Radio with Jamie Iovine and Elijah Bates. And we've also got a bunch of other stuff in our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/wrestling sheet. So check it out, subscribe, and I hope you guys dig it.
Hey everyone, Mark Ellis here. You know, when I'm not trying to clone dinosaurs or drinking at my neighborhood watering hole, I am probably hosting Collider Movie Talk. It's a flagship show here at Collider. I like to say that because I'm the host of it. It's every day, almost. It's 4 days a week, which is still pretty good, above 50%. You can watch it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 4 p.m. Los Angeles time is when we do it. It's live, so you can participate in the live chat room. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on every story we have coming because it's all the latest movie news of the day. Who did what at the box office? What horrible Redbox movies Bruce Willis signed on to? The DC, the Marvel, the Star Warses, the Lord of the Rings. Are they making new? I think it's a TV show, and we still might talk about it anyway because we love movies around here. It's myself and an expert expert panel of guests, including John Roca, Perry Nemiroff, Jeff Snyder, and other noted noters of note. You guys are going to love this show, and then we take your live Twitter questions at the end of the show at Collider Video. You can always use the hashtag Collider Movie Talk to get in touch with us, so subscribe right here to Collider Video. Check out Movie Talk, and check out the Collider Movie Talk podcast feed. We have a podcast feed now. You don't have to look at this handsomeness. You can just listen to it, whether you're driving to work, whether you're driving from work, or you don't have a job, but you have a basement and ears. You can listen to Collider Movie Talk's feed. You can get it at Apple Podcasts or on iTunes. You also get Mailbag. That's the show that's hosted by Perry Nemiroff, a lot more professionally than I run this pirate ship. That's our weekend show where she takes your letters. I don't know if you write them or you email them. You have to ask her. Check it out in video form or on our podcast feed.
What's up, Collider fans? If you are a fan of television and you want to watch a guy that looks like me and a guy named Thad Williams talk about TV every single Friday, subscribe to the Collider channel. Collider Podcast is where you can find the video. We have our own iTunes feed, hashtag at Collider TV Talk. You can find on iTunes or wherever you find your podcasts and you listen to them in your ear holes. That's where Collider TV Talk comes at you. We talk about TV news. We talk about shows we love, shows that we don't love, and most importantly, we don't read any books because TV has nothing to do with reading. We also have a show called Hypothetical Questions with myself and Roxy Striar and all kinds of reviews right here at the Collider Podcast channel and the Collider TV Talk feed. Subscribe, rate, like, tell your friends, tell all your friends and tell their friends, and before you know it, it's a pyramid scheme of television. I'm Josh Macuga. You can see Thad Williams and myself along with Roxy Striar and all the Collider personalities all the time right here on Collider TV Talk. As always, put down the book, pick up the remote.
Hey everyone, I'm Scott Movie Mance, and just to let you know, if you already don't, every Friday here on Collider Video, I host a weekly film review series called Movie Review Talk. The title says it all. Every week I'm joined by two guest critics of my choice, and they're never the same. We review the new films. We pick something that's streaming that you might not know about, but is really great. And we pick a Blu-ray for something that you might have missed in theaters. It is fun. It is infectious. It is the Citizen Kane of movie review shows, and it's only right here on Collider with this guy, Scott Movie Mance, Mr. Movie Release Dates himself. Check it out every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, only on Collider Video.
And we're back. Collider Live. Last show of the week. Roxy Striar, Brett Sheridan, Mark Reilly, and Josh Macuga.
Woo! Wild Man!
No, Mild Man.
Ow!
Mild
Man now.
Mild Man.
Mild berries!
Mild berries. Thank you very much. Well, that joke's over now. It's Mark Ellis is here.
That's my job, is to kill it as quickly as possible.
It's great. Thanks for doing that. Because we know. So Reilly, by the way, titles this. If you look in the notes, it says news and nonsense, and we love. We
No,
know
we're
that-
past news and nonsense
Well,
now.
I know, but it carries over because he's here and he loves nonsense.
Oh, you love nonsense.
He loves nonsense.
I do enjoy nonsense.
He just
I
hates my
don't enjoy
nonsense.
everybody's unique brand of nonsense.
All right, how good are you at? How good do you think the game when we played it?
The game.
Would you say that you're really good or
I don't
decent?
know. I used to think when we started playing it back in the Toad Hop days was the debut of it,
Yes.
right?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was on the phase 2 when we would do it from the Bachelor office. We would play.
Right.
Yeah, we used to do it from my computer.
And I don't know if it was the shock of seeing somebody like Sam Levine, like a preternatural talent at it, or if it was just that like I feel like my skills of the game have declined.
All right. Well, can I give you one? So, Roxy got
Sure.
it.
Okay.
Macuga got it.
Yeah.
Brett did not. Reilly did not.
Shocker.
So
Okay.
80s. I'll give you the only hint you get is 80s comedy.
Was Roma released in the 80s?
No.
Okay.
80s comedy. Cody, which scene do you want to play?
I got a few left. This one's from like the opening scene.
All right. Show the opening. All right. Ready?
When it goldfish here, when it goldfish here.
I mean, it sounds like the same thing that you played for me in your office yesterday.
See, that's the thing, Chris.
Yeah.
You don't. You're shooting yourself in the
I know.
foot.
I'm showing everybody.
You're
I know.
showing everybody.
Damn
You're
it.
Did you really
posting
not
it on-
remember?
I don't remember showing it. I've been showing everybody this
He
clip.
called me into his office yesterday. I walk in for movie talk. This is what Kristian loves to do every
you.
day. I walk in about 3:30. for some semblance of a pre-production meeting for Movie Talk, and Kristian is like, "Oh, Ellis is here. He's not busy. Let me pull him into my office." And he just does like the come here, and sometimes we talk about business, sometimes we talk about
I'd say 9 out of 10 times it's nothing, and the rest of it is
He's
business.
just like, "You got to see this. You got to see," and he plays it for me. First of all, he played it
The
for
whole
me.
trailer or just that sound clip?
He's played the whole trailer for me, and then today he was like, "Dude, this is so funny," and because he even did the same bit.
Oh,
He's
did
like,
I?
You literally recreated
whatever.
Collider Live yesterday.
Tomorrow will be a full week that you've been doing this.
I'm so excited
Because
about
Thursday
it.
last week when we did
Oh,
Secrets
yeah.
of the Empire, that's when you were loving on it.
Oh yeah,
And it's the best.
Well, good. It's never gonna stop. Okay, well, there's a couple things. Mark is also here because when do you leave for New York? You leave
I
today?
fly out tonight.
Wow!
Whoa.
Look at this. This is gonna be. I'm excited for so many different reasons for this event.
It's New York, man.
It is New York. It's where I'm from. I can't wait to go back. I'm seeing a lot of my friends from home. We're gonna
You
go
get to get drunk, don't have any kids.
on the Friday night. I will be because I'm gonna go see. I haven't done something in a long time. I'm actually gonna see Mark. I haven't seen Mark perform in a long time. So I'm
Did
gonna
you say
go-
like 5 years? Or
It's been a
something?
while.
It's gonna be
So-
tough for you to sit in a comedy club.
It
is
might be
tough
No,
for me to
but
watch a show.
Yes, but here's the reason why it'll be a little easier.
Is Josh and Ken are hosting.
Yes.
Jay Washington, Jen
Yes.
Sturge are on the bill.
Oh, is Jen performing too?
What do you
yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
What's Jen doing?
She's
She's
doing
gonna do
stand-up.
stand-up, yeah.
She does stand up?
Yeah. So okay, so that
That's
that
awesome.
that reason alone, to me, that now it's a support thing. Plus, it's people that I know.
Well, you're gonna be there with some friends.
I'm gonna be there from friends from St. Robert's. Some
I
of my
know.
friends from St. Robert's. are gonna be
Samantha,
there.
right?
Samantha is
Not coming?
working. Yeah, she's working. Yeah, she's
What do you mean she's working?
she's going to be there. Not working. She's right now doing
What?
stuff.
She's a host at the comedy club.
What's happening?
I'm trying to figure it out. But she's gonna she will be there. We're trying to figure it out. And then we have John's my friend
Are
John.
you trying to be so sketchy or no?
No, she got kids. I don't. She's doing stuff with bringing her kids to college, and she doesn't know if she can be there. So I'm trying to think.
Kristian looks at me. He's like, "We'll figure it out," and I'm like, "It's not gonna affect
Right.
my life."
Yeah.
I know. It's like Samantha will be there. John Savarese.
All I said
John,
was Samantha will be there, and then you went off and I don't even know what just happened.
I don't know
Well,
who
I
any
don't
of
know.
these people
Kristian,
are.
tell us the truth. Is Samantha gonna be there? Come on.
No! All right, I don't know.
Give it to us.
I'm trying to figure out if she's gonna be there or
She's,
not.
she's working. She's kids.
She's
in
got
college.
kids.
We had working kids.
She's an international fucking spy, all right? I didn't want to tell you. The woman is a spy.
That's really what it sounded like.
She's a spy.
By the
She
way-
killed 6 people last week and told me.
Ooh, Sam.
This is how every person of interest is going to sound after the FBI interrogates them for an hour because
Yeah.
their first method of torture is going to be playing the Winnie Goldfish thing over and over again until they break. It's going to take them 15 seconds to break.
What do you think it says?
Winnie Goldfish.
Winnie Goldfish.
Winnie Goldfish.
Try it
yeah.
again.
When a goldfish here, when a goldfish here.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like you're at a carnival. Or you got a goldfish.
I get it.
And they're bouncing the balls
Yes.
in the tent.
Yes.
Another
And listen,
another Oscar snub, Winnie Goldfish.
Winnie Goldfish.
She
was good.
Incredible.
She was good. What was her best work? I can't do it. All right. So the anyway, there's gonna be
I didn't even try.
there's gonna be a ton of us at the comedy club.
Including or not including.
We don't know if she's gonna be there.
Samantha.
But but there will be some of my friends that I grew up with that I haven't seen in forever. We're looking to just have a good time, and then Saturday is
What does having a good time look for you now? Do you like smoke a little pot, drink a little alcohol?
I wouldn't smoke. I wouldn't smoke before I go to the comedy club. Yeah, it's just I
You
shut.
don't want to laugh at Ellis's stuff.
No, I shut down. I don't want to be bothered.
I would never try to smoke before an Ellis set, or especially not going out the
I thought
exit door.
Smoking to me is like it's like I watch a movie, listen to some music. I'm not doing that to
Really?
be social. No.
I thought that was the thing. Like
Some
you get,
people.
No, 100%
Some
I
people.
do. As you caught me
Yeah, yeah.
red-handed, which was my joke.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that what you were doing at the Schmodown Awards?
Yeah.
I thought you were just like puffing a cigarette. And I was
we-
like,
Oh, I don't
Roxy
smoke
smokes.
cigarettes.
Oh, we haven't
No.
talked about this. Yeah, she like.
Yeah,
it
I
was
felt
fun-
really
It
bad
was
about
really
it.
funny because I was with you, and there's very, very few instances where the lip thing comes out and you start to get pissed, and you.
I know, I
we were
blew
talking.
it.
You were in this mood, good mood, and then you turn and you go, "What was that? What was that? Who's doing that?" And you just 100 miles an hour.
I wasn't
towards
mad.
the door.
I was
No,
just
you weren't mad. I thought I was doing what was right, but I was not.
So a Schmodown luminary went on stage to introduce me. for the Schmodown Awards, and she went out there, and it took, you guys can watch the vid on Friday, and she's not up there that long, and like I think it was like right after she got introduced, that's when you and I were talking, and I see Roxy go out there, and I'm like, and I wasn't mad because like you left your seat, I was mad because you're not supposed to open that door.
I know.
And I was like, and again, I felt like this is the Comedy Store, all these people have come here, I feel like I'm having a party at my house.
I know,
for
and you
200
had just
people,
made that speech.
and I'm just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't open that, you're not supposed to open that door. And but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, does Roxy vape?
So here's what legitimately happened. And I said this before. I was sitting there. I felt very, very anxious because I was there for the first time by myself, not with like a partner. Nobody was talking to me. I felt really awkward.
That's so weird to me.
It was really, really awkward and uncomfortable for me.
Why was no one talking to you?
Because everybody was with their husbands or wives or partners or, people had brought their people to it. And you were in like this weird zone.
You don't find peace in that?
Well,
nobody's talking to you?
Usually, like if I'm at home by myself, but like when there's so much noise around me and I can't figure out a way to, I don't know, I just felt very uncomfortable. And drinks were expensive. They weren't coming yet. I was sitting there. I'm getting anxious. I'm biting off all of my nails. And all of a sudden, I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm just going to go quickly smoke. I'm not like really working right now. And so I was like, I'm not going to bother. Ellis just made the speech. I'm not going to ask anybody to come with me. I'm not going to bother anybody. I'm just going to very, very slowly and quietly poke my head out the door that says exit. It just says exit. It doesn't say do not open. It doesn't anything. I said I'm just gonna take one puff out the door.
Because it's
and
so
close
dark
the
in
door.
that room and like this bright light, like an Indiana Jones tunnel. Or
I
something.
thought I was doing like the most respectful version of
Yeah.
what I was trying to do, and then boom.
Yeah.
And I was like, crap, he just said, don't piss me off.
It was so
and like,
funny.
this is my home. And I was like, oh my God.
I gave a speech. Look, I don't think I was like, don't wake daddy. I gave a speech on
No, you
stage
gave a
for
nice
everybody.
speech.
And I was like, look, let's be respectful. There's a 2-drink minimum. We're just,
It's
let's all...
worse because like
That's
we're
why I didn't
talking
invite
about
anybody to
right.
come. I just like was trying to be this little mouse.
And what we're always talking about is that you don't get upset often.
No.
So not to you'll keep it in and explode every once in a while.
But
so
to protect the shield,
right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was
So
the
that makes it
comedy
more
store.
scary.
That was the
Yeah.
comedy store employee in me kicking in.
Yeah.
Just because you weren't doing anything
Disrespectful.
necessarily disrespect. You just you went to a place and I was like,
She
no.
broke the rules, Mark.
But I did tell her, I was like, hey, no, if you need to smoke
There's
for
another
whatever reason,
area.
you can just go out back. And so
Yeah.
I tried to be nice about it. But
You
then,
were so nice about
but then
it.
I followed that up by saying, but I'm about to go on stage in
That's
2
more-
seconds. So you
listen,
may want to wait until
It's
after.
more
I'm off.
respectful
Yeah.
than most people. They would just smoke in the back anyway and not even worry about it.
Well, usually-
That's what I didn't want to see.
I'll be honest. What I usually do is wherever I am, I just take it
Vape
out
it.
and do a puff, and then. But he had just made the speech, so I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get up, go to the exit by myself."
Yeah, Rick Ingram and I used to just do it in the bathroom. We worked.
It's funny that you're talking about respecting a place that has that glass table that probably had pounds of coke on it at one point.
Probably. I mean, Robin Williams and Pryor, man.
You remember?
Guys, respect the coke den.
Yeah.
Remember Bushman?
No. Yes. Of
Bushman.
course, of course.
He beat Norm Macdonald on Star Search like years ago. And then he'd hang around the Comedy Store, and one time him and Ingram were puffing the cheap, but they were smoking some weed in the back of the main room. And for whatever reason that night, and this is a long time ago before he got clean, Eddie Van Halen was there, and so it was the three.
Oh my God, Ingram, Bushman, and
Ingram's just like, this is we're
great.
smoking weed. This is amazing. And so then Eddie just takes a quick puff, and he goes off into the night. And then Ingram and Bushman are sitting there like 10 minutes later. And Ingram's like, Bushman, that was pretty awesome. That was Eddie Van Halen. And Bushman's like, that was Van Halen.
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing.
All right. So anyway, the point is, we're talking about the
Mm-hmm.
New York event. It is on Saturday. We are going to be in Brooklyn. I had a conversation today with Matt Serra, trying to get him there, hoping he's going to be there.
What'd he say?
He's working on it. He's got
Wow.
to see what his schedule's like. So I'd like to see if Matt
He
Serra
might have kids going to college, work.
He might.
We
You never
just
know.
don't
He's working. Him and Samantha are going to be in the next Mission Impossible.
Chris,
Are
you
you-
begged me, but I'm booked.
I know.
I couldn't do it.
Are your
But
friends going to the event?
some are, some aren't.
Okay. I got some family going.
Yeah, okay.
I got some.
There's gonna be some of my family going as
Really?
well. Yeah, my
Yeah.
uncles and my cousins are going.
But your family lives there.
A lot
Your
of them
family
I
lives.
got an uncle and 3 cousins. They just happened. They literally happened to be planning a trip around New York, and then they saw that I was going to be there, and they're like, "Well, that's a perfect weekend for us, despite the weather."
Right.
God, it's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold.
It's 3 degrees there right now.
I know. So we will be there, and it's sold out. But this is one of the things that I wanted to tell everybody that we made a big pitch on this last season that we're going to be doing a lot of live streaming. Now I know that there are tons of people who wanted to be there that can't be there. I cannot emphasize how important it is. Please check out this live stream. Check it out. You can just, like I said, just go to check out Schmodown New York live stream. Just Google it.
You can go to my website too.
Mark's website, or you can even go to my Twitter.
Or is it
It's
Mark
over
Ellis
there.
Live?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and get the live stream. Check out the live stream.
It's $3.
Yeah, and you can.
$2.99.
Yes, it's Merle versus Irwin for the title. If you do this, there's going to be way more opportunities to live stream. So we got to sell those tickets. We got to make sure that you guys can see more of these, because this is going to be very important for people. Because I know a lot of people don't want to join Patreon. Some people do, some people don't. And the ones who don't, this is an opportunity to just say, okay, I'm not going to join the Patreon, I'm not going to do it every month, but this one I want to see.
It's pay-per-view, man.
Merle can win the title for the 3rd time he wins, or Ethan could be one of the few champions that defends the belt.
It's a worthy heavyweight fight, and most pay-per-view events in the world of combat sports will cost you $50, $100.
Right.
$3. And everywhere I go, people ask, hey, is Schmo's ever going to do a pay-per-view event? And this is our first pay-per-view event, so it's just exciting for us to be on stage, live around the entire galaxy.
That's going to be good too, and the fact that you get the 2 rookies and Chance Ellison and Jimmy the Machine, who they're going to be going at it in the undercard, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of luminaries.
So check it out, live stream it. Come check us out. Check out Mark's show on Friday night. I know they're also doing a fan meet and greet on Thursday night. You can just go to the triviasd.com website. Check that out over there.
I'm going to try to make that fan meet and greet.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I mean, I get in tomorrow morning, and then I have a bunch of undisclosed locations. I'm going to be popping in and working on some stuff, doing stand-up, but I'm going to try to make it to that fan. Where is it, Brooklyn?
Wait, why do you not disclose it? Because you don't want people to come? Like you're testing material or something?
I just kind of want to go and
then work out a little bit. It's like going to the gym.
Do the thing, yeah. I'm not so
but
famous
are
that there's going to be paparazzi.
people allowed to go, or they're not?
Yeah.
Oh.
But and again, I don't know exactly what time my spots are, so
You're not promoting it.
I might pop into the cellar at 8:15, or I might pop into the cellar at 9:15.
Right.
I might go to New York Comedy Club at 8 or 9, and you just kind of bounce around.
To test it or to do?
I mean,
I just don't get the world, so I'm curious.
I just want to get on stage. I'm not. I don't have any specific. There's a couple new things.
He just wants to dance,
work
Roxy.
on. I just want to dance.
Me too.
Will you tweet it out when you know,
No.
or is
Possibly.
it just like, hey, I'm doing this for me?
Let me ask you this, Reilly. Did Kevin Bacon tweet out when he was going to be dancing in the barn in Footloose?
He did, actually. I screenshot
No, he did
it.
not.
Oh, hey,
no,
listen.
he did not. Ren just showed up and danced.
Well, look, New York, like I said, Mark's going to be all over the
appreciate that
place.
reference so
The
much.
Friday night is going to be doing the comedy club. Saturday night is the Schmodown. But I want to show you guys. You guys, bring it up. We found it. And here's the thing. I had my thoughts about this commercial. We found the commercial.
You watched it?
I watched it. And I remember this. I remember.
Can I come?
Yeah, here you go right now. So I remember the actual commercial when it aired. And I'll tell you my thoughts on this after we play it. It's only a minute long, but here we go. Here's the commercial. Have you ever seen? Has anybody seen this commercial before?
I do not remember it
All
yet.
right. All right.
That's the Olympic athlete?
Yes. Just bring back. This is like you can see tears in the man's eyes.
Oh, dear God.
Watch. Okay, he missed. Bad shot there. The Olympic runner has fallen.
Very, very horrible.
Very hard.
Very.
But now she's in the woods, and now she's moving. And the killer is after her, trying to get her. And now it's close.
I remember this.
But she's picking up. Oh, she's starting to run. Now she just leaves him in the dust. It's an empowering move. She's gone. And this guy's exhausted because he doesn't work out. There he is. But look, she's gone.
Yeah, you're not going to catch an Olympic.
No. So
runner.
he's exhausted. And then there's Brett.
Why sport? You'll live longer.
Nice, Brett.
It's a great
Good
message.
job. You did a good job. Okay.
Wait, was that Brett?
That was Brett. So the story was, here's the story. Brett got that commercial during the
Really?
Yeah.
That was Brett as Michael Myers?
Yes. So but the story is this. It was on during the Olympics. After two
This
weeks,
is a real thing.
2 weeks.
after 2 weeks, they pull the ad because everyone's complaining about it, right? Brett makes like $7,000 in 2 weeks or whatever, $15,000 in 2 weeks.
Good residuals.
And
it was a 3-day shoot.
Yeah.
It was.
I have to tell you, if that airs today, I don't think it gets pulled.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets pulled because that to me is a very empowering commercial. It's a woman who is there. She is like
She
she's
doesn't in 2019 necessarily have to be in her underwear, but
true.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's not what the complaints were.
no, definitely. I'm just
She wasn't
saying.
in her underwear.
I think that. Oh, really?
No, I think she was in athletic gear.
It's blur. It's a bad thing. No, it was
Oh,
just. She
I'm
was-
blind.
No, she took off a flannel. Was getting ready to go into,
Yeah.
like she had like a shirt.
And she's an Olympic athlete. She just took off and left the killer in the dust.
I don't think
What
that
were the
gets pulled
complaints?
today either.
Yeah. Weird.
I think that the commercial is kind of cool.
I don't know why Michael Myers would target an Olympic athlete. Like a guy not known for his top speed. Why do you go after an Olympic athlete versus like Michael Myers? To be honest,
What was it, Michael Myers? It was some imbecile 99.
that felt like Michael Myers. Was that a Michael Myers mask?
No.
It was. I mean, it was
kind of an
patterned
homage,
after.
right?
Yeah.
Is it more Michael Myers or is it more Texas Chainsaw?
I
Because he
think it
does
was
have
a
a
combo
chainsaw.
of the two.
Combo.
I think it was
Meets Jason.
Yeah, because it was leather facey, but it was
Yeah,
I
Did you sweat
got more.
under it?
It was a Dickies jumpsuit. I mean, it was more Michael Myers.
None of them known for. If I had to put money on one bad guy like that in the Olympics, I would probably take Leatherface over Michael Myers because Leatherface is sneaky, a little
Right.
more athletic.
Can we ask Nike to put that back on the air now?
I don't know why we get that. Because Brett can make money.
Yeah,
can
I'd
make
like
money.
to make some.
What's the statute of limitations? I guess if they start running it again,
Yeah.
you would see residuals.
Oh, God.
You're still in the union.
You can't
Yeah.
make it on the YouTubes though.
Oh yeah.
Imagine you
can't
make
do
it on the YouTubes. Yeah, but I think
What if we
But check
remake
out
the
her
commercial?
story.
What were the
She's got
complaints?
it's an insane story. She
Oh, yeah, you
she
never
fell
finished
down
her
during the
story.
Olympics, and it was crushing to her, and she ended up being like a Vegas escort after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How
it
do
was-
people know that?
So that happened.
What's
to her.
that?
How do you know that?
She wrote a book.
Oh, that happened after your commercial.
Yeah, and I think the book didn't come out right after that. I mean, there was a few years, and I had seen somebody had tweeted it out. I can't think of Michael Ian Black had her on his podcast, and I saw it. I'm like, that's who I did the commercial with, And I've even got a Polaroid of me that I gave to my sister that says, "Hey, your brother's real scary," and it's a Polaroid picture. I think people actually had to send letters in for this, or was this email? I don't know. It was early
Did they ever
email.
tell you what the complaints were?
It was just that it was too scary. Like kids could see it, and it was scary.
Because
It is scary.
It was played during the day, but then why not just start playing it, at nighttime?
It's
But-
pretty scary.
Yeah, I know.
For a family event like watching the Olympics,
Yeah.
it's a little getting too R-rated. Wait, but did she fall down to the Olympics before the ad aired or after?
After.
Oh, because it's no, but it's weird.
This was
because-
the one where
because she falls in the
Muhammad
ad.
Ali lit the torch too. It was. I mean, it was
Oh,
a
wow.
big
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
It's-
yeah.
and I
Muhammad
was-
Ali lit the torch in '96.
And now, granted, here's the best part of the story is I was in a considerable amount of debt at this point from living here for a few years, and I asked my mother for a considerable loan because I was going to get all this money back and pay her right away.
I have asked Mama Sheridan for the same loan.
Did not get that money back. It was crushing. It was a crushing moment.
Yeah.
Well, you still got 14K.
Yeah.
but still.
When you're 30 and dead.
But imagine 2 weeks. That's what he did in 2 weeks. Imagine if that thing would have aired for
I know.
like 6
Yeah.
months.
I can't imagine an ad like that because that ad does feel a little specialized to the Olympics. It's the same thing because I did a Super Bowl ad, and it's like sometimes with Super Bowl ads, they air during the Super Bowl, and it's cool that everybody can see you during the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. But a lot of times that ad, that's
it.
air date,
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you get your daily rate. Then you might get a couple residual checks, but it doesn't.
What was your
go
commercial?
on.
That's a
Bud Light.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, yeah. That's the
misconception
dog
that if
one?
it plays if it plays during the like a big event that you get
Yeah.
more. No, I just know Olympic commercials they just go boom boom, and especially if she's in it, they just play it,
That-
play it, play it, play it, play it, play
Right.
it.
That
you know?
Bud Light was like tailor made for you. Like,
What
Yeah,
are you
really?
doing
it
it?
really is. He's a dog.
I turned
about
into
this.
a dog. Turned into a Jack Russell Terrier.
That's great.
Yeah,
it's really
and
good.
the dog was fantastic.
Yeah, it was
It's a
good. You can find those.
fantastic animal.
awesome.
You can
Yeah.
find those. All right, let's move on though. Because
Now I'm a Coors Light man.
well, I'm sick of talking about Brett and Mark's careers.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Let's move on
Let's
to
talk about the one I was pulled out
no,
of.
please. Let's not talk about Brett and I's success. Let's go back to Bobby and Winnie the Goldfish.
Goldfish here. Oh, goldfish here.
This isn't it, is it? Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at him.
Look at
Oh
that.
my God.
Watch and learn.
Look at that fat ass.
Hey, cutie.
Are you lost?
Yeah, and I need a bath.
I just want to take you home with me. But first, we'd have to get you fixed.
Dude, trouble.
Power to turn into a cute little doggy no longer available in Bud Light.
No.
The superior drinkability, however, remains Bud Light.
I've missed this one. When did that air?
There you go. Nice.
Dude, trouble.
But first we'd have to.
Need a bath.
I just want to take you home with me. You lost.
All right, stop. All right, let's move on. I want to talk about
a new sound grab coming on.
Bumblebee 2 has been announced. I'm telling you, man, 5 months ago, if I would have heard another Transformers movie, I'm like, cut it out. But I am so excited. I am so excited to hear that they are doing a second movie. Because you guys can bring up what the first one did. Because I know it didn't open big, but I think it started to pull ahead. And I wonder internationally how it did.
What's been announced about the second one? Just that it's happening,
It's in development. And they hit a milestone as far as worldwide. I think it's like 414 million or something like that. And they decided that's good enough.
These movies do well internationally. I mean,
it was the China box office to push them over. It hasn't even opened in Japan yet.
Okay, good. 419 million worldwide. It made 117 domestic. I think that's a damn shame.
Its production budget pretty pricey.
135, and that's not including marketing, obviously. So it probably made close to 200 mil.
I think they'll be smarter with titling the new movie. I don't think it's going to be just called Bumblebee 2. I think it's going to involve more Transformers. I would love to see Travis Knight return.
Me too.
To direct this one.
He absolutely has to.
I want to get more Transformers involved now, and I don't want it to just be an all-out assault on the senses like what the Michael Bays were, but if you can do that first 10 minutes, you should have seen in the theater when Bumblebee started, Kristian and I are sitting there and we're sitting back like a normal movie theater patron. As soon as that movie kicks in, we both leaned up into our chairs and we're just like, this is everything we wanted from a Transformers movie since we were little tykes.
Is Haley Steinfeld, do you guys want her in this?
I would love for her to be back. I don't think she will be because the way that they left it.
Not John Cena, though. I can't have Cena bring back Josh Duhamel.
The problem was...
I've been saying that since 2000.
But then that means it's not in the 80s anymore.
No, you got to keep it in the 80s. You got to keep it in the 80s.
So Haley can come back.
Yeah, keep it in the 80s.
D.H. Duhamel.
No, he was on my ABC soaps.
Winnie Goldfish.
The problem is that you got to keep it. You got to keep it in the 80s, but you can't. The problem with John Cena was that Travis Knight directed everybody in one movie, and then he apparently directed Cena in another movie because Cena was in a Michael Bay movie.
Cena didn't bother me the way he bothered you guys.
It just
and everybody else.
He just was in a different movie. He was
barely in it.
But when he was playing it very.
I don't need him in the movie that much. If he has the same role he has in New Bumblebee, I'm not going to not see the movie, but. I think that John Cena is a guy who has the talent to be in a more centralized role in a future Bumblebee movie, but it needs to be coaching or
it just was a different movie. It was a different tone. He was very cartoony, but I would like to. I don't think you need him in the movie. I think that's the point with this whole thing. My biggest problem with the Michael Bay movies in general were that they relied too much on the human story. You don't need them. But it could be a brand new human that comes in. I think Haley Steinfeld was incredible in the movie, and I loved her in the movie. And if she came back, I would applaud it. But you don't need her. Bumblebee was defined well enough. Prime is back, and now we get to see Prime inside of this thing. I don't think necessarily even have to call it Bumblebee 2, like you said. Transformers. I don't know. Bumblebee and Prime.
That's
whatever it might be.
I was just gonna say.
Bumblebee and Prime.
Optimus Prime now. Bumblebee and Prime. Maybe Transformers : Bumblebee.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm down because I think people didn't see this movie. Enough people didn't see this movie because of the stink on the other ones, and it's a shame.
It also had a shit ton of competition when it came out. It had to deal with Aquaman. It had to deal with Mary Poppins Returns, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You find a good release date that lets this be the tentpole film for whatever couple weeks it comes out.
March.
Now all of a sudden you start talking about this Hasbro universe, this Allspark thing that they want to create because they don't just want to make more Transformers movies. Now they're going to incorporate G.I. Joe and Rom the Space Dude,
Mask,
and Micronauts, Mask, possibly Power Rangers.
Be careful though with that before they start. Like this is the Monster Universe did the same thing.
Put them all in the Vitamix.
Don't give me an announcement for a multiverse until you have a couple hit movies.
What if you introduce, say, Mask in the next movie?
Post-credit scene.
Maybe post-credit, or it's like they go to some kind of researcher, right? And he's like, yeah, you got to do this, this, and this. And then thanks. And they turn around and he gets back to work, and it's a mask. Right? And
that's
what
they did in Godzilla.
Yeah,
that worked because you just had little teases of Mothra.
I don't
hey,
mind
what's
them
going on with
planting things because it sets up the universe. Yeah.
Transformers, PB&J, Prime, Bumblebee, and the Justice League.
No.
Mix them up.
They're saying no. They're saying no.
Dude, trouble.
Yeah. But everybody else, we need this movie, right? Agreed?
Yeah.
Yes.
I liked it a lot.
We don't want this.
I don't need it, but I do.
I need it.
I want it.
I need it. Probably because the same reason. The G1 Transformer scene, all that, we get Prime, but Travis Knight needs to come back. He needs to be involved with this. I don't want to see it like another director come in, not Michael Bay, but another director comes in and takes away from that magic that Travis Knight got.
Yeah.
He got it.
Very millennial of you guys.
I just think he
I
did.
need it.
Yeah, I think he did a lot. I think he did a lot right.
I deserve it. That's millennial.
I've earned it.
I don't need. I mean,
I don't think I've earned it, but I think you know what? F it. I've earned
No,
it. As a Transformers fan,
Now you hated the. I didn't hate the first.
How big of a Transformers fan were you? As a kid?
I got up before school to watch it, and you did not get me up in the morning for anything.
And you liked the first
And I
one?
got up, rode my bike to my friend's house. So we're talking 6 a.m. during
And
school.
that was
Yeah.
it. See,
Yeah.
look, I am definitely in the minority. A lot of people really like the first one and then hate all the rest of them.
I didn't love it,
but people.
but I hate it.
For me, I can't. The second Optimus Prime is hiding behind a house and we're dancing around, I'm out.
I was
big.
Bumblebee's.
He's enormous.
I was fine with that. I was fine with him hiding. I was fine with the first movie.
Bumblebee peeing on people, the racist bots inside. I'm good.
No, everything that's not like if the rest of the movies were really good, I would look back and be like, well, yeah, they had a nice start with Transformers, then it got better. But here's my question to you: is that because you were so disappointed with the first one, that's the one that we paid money to see.
Yeah.
I think I paid money to see the second one. And you went to a screening because I was home.
Was it the last night?
It was Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen.
And then Dark of the Moon, we had a screening. And then everything else we've gotten to see for free.
Right.
So how many Transformers movies would you have seen? Would you have paid money to see because you have the hope? And let's be fair, the Transformers movies put together great trailers to sell the movie to get your hopes up
Michael
before
Bay
you were ultimately disappointed.
is the king of putting together good trailers to sell his shit boxes.
So how many movies would you have paid to see?
All of them. Because
that's my point. Is that if you say that to me,
I know.
then you have earned the right to say I deserve a better Transformers movie.
And that's the thing. I don't think that they are going to get this Masters.
Interesting logic.
I don't think they're going to get this Masters of the Universe thing right.
Poor guys wanted this for what 40 some
for a
odd
while.
years.
But listen, I don't think they're going to get this Masters of the Universe thing. I think they're going to. I think it's going to be terrible. I don't think they understand it. I think it's going to be terrible. But same thing. I would go with the hope of they can make it work if they just. I'm going to go there with the hope. Reilly and I will probably go together, and we're going to walk out depressed, and then we're going to get hammered that night.
To what, He-Man?
Masters of the Universe, yes.
Is it happening?
Yeah. I mean, well, they say it is.
I'm just
We'll
waiting
see.
for an Orko spin-off.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we reported though that another writer, another director.
A lot of people read our treatment, liked our treatment.
Yeah, they
on
did.
schmoesno.com.
Yeah. I love the Collider Live audience gets like the little wizard behind the curtain because this is how I am every morning when I wake up. So I wake up and I'm like, oh, is that happening? That's happening? I guess we'll talk about it on Movie Talk.
Right.
By 4 p.m., I know what the hell I'm doing. But here, I'm just like, oh, that's happening? That's happening?
Right.
Who's the goldfish?
Welcome.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
feel
time to be
that.
alive.
Oh, Cody.
Wow, that was it.
You set him up. Didn't do it. Yeah, too late. That's okay. That was Cobbster. Cobbster blew it. Who blew it?
One of the two of them, we just
what
don't
else
know
do we
who.
got as far as news, Reilly? Anything good going on in the world of movie news?
Well, there's been some news. I mean, we saw the John Wick trailer finally dropped.
I like
that was
that.
pretty good.
Looks good.
Disney is doing a live action Hunchback of Notre Dame movie, and Josh Gad is producing. So you can kind of think
gonna be
that Josh
goofy.
Gad is going to
Be the
probably be the Hunchback.
Possibly.
Well, let's start
I could
with
see that.
John Wick 3. Is John Wick 3 one of the best trilogies that we've had in a long time, as far as consistent? Will it be?
If
Could
this
it be?
movie lands,
Is
I
John
would
Wick?
say.
You mean the John Wick? Is John Wick going to be like the
Correct.
Okay,
Could-
you said John Wick 3 is it the best trilogy?
Could if this movie's good, could John Wick be the best trilogy that we've had?
Oh, yes.
Yes, even more so than Captain America, even more so than.
You mean the best trilogy ever?
No, it's within the last let's say 15 years.
Can I ask a question? Does Indiana Jones still count as a trilogy?
No,
no.
it's not a
Well,
trilogy.
so what trilogies do we have? Compare.
I love this disapproving thing.
Yeah.
You're just like so wait. This is all bullshit.
Does that mean
so listen?
Is that me all day or just now?
No, just right now. Just
Okay,
tell. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where's Samantha?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Where is Samantha?
Where is she? Give me the trilogies. Go.
You lost my trust when you lost Samantha.
I'm sorry.
You lost my trust.
I really feel like if I had allowed Roxy to get her weed out in the Comedy Store back door, we wouldn't be having
wouldn't
this
be
discussion.
having this.
I would say Lord of the Rings. That's like 2002.
So that's a trilogy.
That's a trilogy.
But Indiana Jones is not. Is Star Wars?
The prequels.
Prequels, originals.
So any of those things that split the third book into a 3 and 4th movie, like a Hunger Games or an Allegiant.
Yeah, Hunger
Divergent.
Games counts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Hunger Games is 3, right? Or is there 4?
No, it's 4.
movies.
Because it's 3 books,
Right,
4
right,
movies.
right.
Why can't we just
That's why
take
I'm asking.
trilogy? Like I consider the first 3 Indiana Jones trilogy.
Let's say fucking series, all right? So let's say four between 4 and 5. Is it the best? Would it be the
No,
best series?
no.
Hunger Games.
Divergent.
Star Wars detergent, as the late great John Schnepp would say. Lord of the Rings.
Everybody needs
Dark
to
Knight
do
trilogy.
Dark Knight trilogy.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Back to the Future's no, that's not. That's
I really like John
What year did
Wick.
that come out?
It's a trilogy, dear.
Congratulations. Did it come out in the last 15 years? I said last 15
But you
years.
got to throw it in there.
Who said that?
Me.
Who's setting the boundaries?
Thanks for listening to the show.
Yeah.
She said
15
how
years.
long?
Then
said,
you got to eliminate Lord of the Rings.
No, it's 2002. No.
2001.
You know what year it is, Samantha?
Say your
17
thing.
years.
My understanding, there would
the
be
last
no
6
math.
months then. It's gonna be the best 6 months.
As much as I love
I'm
John
making
Wick,
the rules.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even in the conversation.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely the best action.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
I think I take Planet of the Apes over John Wick.
I took it
is
first, Roxy.
The question on the table.
Yeah.
Let's
Whatever.
just talk about the great Mr. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Is John Wick right now a better trilogy than the Matrix
Yes.
trilogy?
Yes.
100%.
I never saw a Matrix movie.
The Matrix is a revolutionary first movie.
Yeah.
You've never seen the first Matrix?
I've never seen a Matrix movie.
Oh, you need to see
Oh.
the first one. You'll love the first one.
Talk to me after.
But I'm wondering if you'd be confused.
Seriously, I want to do something.
It's a
wondering-
confusing movie.
It is. It's confusing. The first
You
one.
don't think I could get it?
No.
I think you could, but
So sad.
I think if you, but you probably will go. No, many people have said I had to go back and watch it a second time.
Oh
Can we
God,
watch
Christian,
it
what
with
do you
her and
think of me?
mansplain it while she watches it?
Yeah.
Or is because I'm worried
Why don't you guys
about
watch
this.
it together?
I wonder if you'd get it, Roxy. Oh my God.
I
my
would
poor
wonder.
little-
I wonder if you'd be confused. There are many people that were
I think
confused the first
somehow
time.
I'd get it.
You got it, Roxy.
confused as
Have
shit.
you?
I
Have you?
think- I
So
think
you've
the
never
third one is more
watched a
confusing.
movie in your life
Well,
and
that's
been
one of the
confused.
most popular movies of all time
Doesn't
that
matter.
everybody
Wait,
seems
is
to
he
get.
the Matrix?
Many people have watched
Which
that
pill,
movie.
red
said,
pill or blue
I was
pill?
confusing. I had to go back and watch it.
Well, maybe I would do that.
Two and three are
I
confusing.
just said that.
Thank you,
I think I
Cobbster.
would get it eventually, somehow.
I just
Some
said
way.
that.
I think I'd make my way through.
Can I tell you something,
I did
Roxy?
it.
Play a clip from
Christian?
Matrix.
Never stayed awake for the entire Matrix.
That's not
That guy
true.
right there.
Not
true?
true.
Falls
Not true at all.
asleep 15 minutes in every time.
Big lie.
He
Big
read about
false lie.
he Wikipedia the ending of the Matrix.
Big lie.
What happens? Don't tell me.
There's a goldfish.
Roxy, have you seen the Terminator? Same thing.
No, it's not true at all.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty close.
No, it's not.
Cybertron and the Matrix are pretty
The
close.
similarities. That's about it.
Same thing, Roxy. You're good.
No, not even close. Do you really believe that?
Did I say Cybertron?
Yeah, she said
Oh,
Cybertron.
Cyberdyne.
You meant
Excuse me.
Cyberdyne.
Whatever the hell.
You just
Yeah.
discredited yourself.
Yeah. Bumblebee 2, we need it.
Thank you. Did you see it? And
Oh, yeah, I saw it. I thought it was fine.
fuck off. All right, what's next?
We're way over our limit for the day, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Shazam trailer?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's a
Pretty
teaser.
damn
It's
good.
a
Is it good?
60-second
loved it.
teaser.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Shazam.
Okay.
It looks really
Me too.
good.
Because the big element.
The big element, saw a little bit more of the effects going at work and was digging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to get excited, and
Yeah.
it just has
It
not
hasn't
hit
hit
me.
you?
No,
Really? Okay.
The
I'm pretty
excitement
excited for it.
that I feel about Shazam stems from David Sandberg directing it. So I'm a huge fan of that guy. I think it's awesome how he made a short on YouTube. There was a great, gripping horror short. Didn't even win the contest he entered it in, but from that, James Wan saw it.
That's cool.
And then he got the movie version of Lights Out, the feature-length film, and then he's been able to do. He did Annabelle Creation, which to make that a relevant horror franchise in concert with The Conjuring is an amazing achievement. So I want to see what he does with Shazam. I just this is a hero I was literally not aware of until they announced the movie, and so
Really?
it doesn't get me. It doesn't get me like waiting with anticipation.
I feel like you would like this one.
Yeah, I
though.
think so.
I might
too.
love it.
Yeah.
But you're just not pumped yet.
Not
I want to
pumped.
go back a little bit though too, and I want to give props to James Wan
For Aquaman?
for being a tremendous human.
Yeah.
He's just a good dude because we live, and Riley and I talked about this yesterday. Especially the fandom place. It's toxic. It's horrible. There are people out there. I guarantee there's probably someone right now. Oh, they're talking about DC. What are they going to say? Oh, I can make a video about
Ready
this.
to pounce.
What can I do? And it's like James Wan came out because James Wan was very, very happy about his movie, obviously, and it did so well. And he said, "Look, there are people out there who didn't like it, and there are people out there who love it. Be kind to people. Don't go after people."
Yeah.
And there were and because of that, inspired some trolls, as you say, to come out there and rethink themselves, because this is a big voice out there saying it. It's like I have friends that have been getting like threats because they didn't like Aquaman, and it's like, I mean, I'm convinced that probably these people are mentally disturbed and just there's just things going on in their lives, and that's a thing. I understand that, and I feel bad for these people. I really do, but I also think that when you have a voice like James Wan come out there and just say, be kind to people, I think that does a lot. I think it really does. I think it helps, and I'm so glad that he does something like that. And then when you hear what he's done here, where he recognizes talent, a lot of big directors are like, "Oh, I'm not gonna help this guy on some movie I could probably direct down the line." His ego doesn't get in the way. He recognizes talent. Those are the people who succeed and continues to succeed because they are good to others. They recognize talent, and when you recognize talent, your talent can hit limits that are just unprecedented. And I think that's who James Wan is, and I root for him every single time.
Yeah, he's a fan of story, and his production company, Atomic Monster, they do so much stuff now. And it's all because he finds artists that he responds to that he thinks are good storytellers, that are interesting, that have something unique to say. So if you're seeing a movie and you see that Atomic Monster logo, it means that James Wan has something to do with it. And he seems to be more of a hands-on producer, not in the sense that he's molding directors and telling them what to do, but he's not just like an executive producer sitting back cashing a paycheck.
Right.
You know, like I don't know how much Steven Spielberg actually had input on the last Transformers films. You know, if he was just like, oh, yeah, Michael Bay will help you out with the effects and all that crap. But James Wan is actually somebody that you can go to, you can consult, and I think that he helps mold stories for things he produces. Even though he's not pushing a director and telling them what to do. He's a voice that you can consult with.
He's there to help. And you can tell, and it's authentic.
He's also a lovely person.
Yeah.
And regardless of his stuff, he's such a doll. Like, just the nicest, sweetest, great energy. Loves being around. Like, I remember at the junket, when everybody else took lunch, he came down to where we all were just to walk the floor and like look at all of the things we were looking at. Was so invested in the world, wanted to talk to everybody.
And Aquaman's awesome.
Yeah.
Like the movie.
Yeah, he was so sweet.
All right, so let's move on here to that's it, right? That's everything going on.
Well, you want to talk about the fact that there is a young Tony been cast in the prequel to The Sopranos.
Yeah,
they're keeping it in the fam.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in West Side Story.
Did you hear? Did you hear who was cast as young Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
Did you hear?
I did not.
His son.
His son, Michael Gandolfini.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you look at pictures of him too. I saw a really heartbreaking picture a couple of years back to where James Gandolfini was still with him, and he just got his son to the side, just kind of kissing his head. It's a really sweet picture. But yeah, and you look at this kid, and so you can see it. I don't know how much he's going to be in the movie, but the fact that he's going to be able to play a young Tony, it's pretty cool. Probably going to be really emotional for him, and I love it. All
right, so if I need to revisit a series, if I need to visit a series for the very first time, do I go Sopranos? Or do I go The Wire?
Sopranos.
Never seen a lick of either of them.
I've seen both.
Same
I
here.
love both. I think that The Wire, you watch it once, you get it. It's amazing. It's a great story. But Sopranos, every time I rewatch an episode, I'm like just floored.
Here's the reason why I'm going to pick Sopranos is because of the prequel. I would tell you because
the
prequel's
more
coming
background,
out. Sopranos to me was one of my favorite shows on television ever, and I agree with Roxy that I actually just rewatched the pilot the other night, and it's very rewatchable. However, consistently, if you're gonna binge a whole series, Wire is way better written for the entire 5 seasons. Like because they don't have a slack season. Some people will say season 2, but
I liked it.
I loved it. But 1 through 5 is just on point. Sopranos
has dips.
Yeah, after about season 4, it starts to fall. It goes up and down, up and down. It never 1 and 2, some of the best TV ever. ever. Season 2 of The Sopranos, and I can't remember what season 4 of Breaking Bad are like my two favorite.
You've never seen either of those?
I saw one episode of The Sopranos, and I watched it because David Lee Roth was in it playing poker with some of the guys. So I watched
think
that
you would
episode.
love both those series.
Yeah, I mean, I did watch the end of The Sopranos. I watched the last episode, and
Did you know what the hell was going on? Yeah.
I like Journey. Big Journey fan.
Just watch them both.
Stone in Love. Good.
Did you watch either one?
I saw Sopranos. Yeah.
You never watched The Wire?
I never watched The Wire.
Wire's so good. The
And
Wire.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Really?
No.
That's the one I would tell you. That's my favorite show of
It's
all
just
time.
these things that you miss, and then it's like new stuff come out, and then so it's like you
got to watch
You
Breaking
can
Bad.
manage
too.
Breaking Bad because it's what 6, 7 seasons.
Whatever it is,
I
it's
put
worth
Breaking
it.
Bad third in that list.
Really? Don't spoil it because we got some ideas going on with the greatest TV shows. Have we not talked to you about this yet?
Oh.
Ooh.
No.
Brett and I have seen every episode of Mama's Family.
Oh, congratulations, Frasier.
Didn't watch
Frasier's too many seasons. It's a great show. Too many
Great
seasons.
American
Frasier
Hero.
is an
I saw every
excellent
episode
show.
of that.
Great American Hero. Good stuff.
BJ and the Bear.
BJ and the Bear.
Every episode.
Cool. Congratulations, guys. All right, we're gonna move on from this. All right. So what else?
Kate and Allie.
Airwolf.
Airwolf.
That's everything.
Kate
And
and
then there's-
Allie.
Let's Kate and Allie. I remember Kate and Allie.
MacGyver.
Will you stop it, MacGruber? I want to get to some phone calls.
Mantis?
If we can get to some phone calls,
Ally
that'd be great.
McBeal?
Stop with the fucking alleys. Let's get to the phone calls. If you guys call in, what I want you to do is hashtag Collider Live. Get some tweets in there. Riley will go through those if you have anything you want to talk about. But if you want to call in, anything that we've talked about here today on the show, you want to call in and have a conversation with us about those particular things, we're listening. We're ready. You got anything, guys?
You just announced it. It's a delay.
Sometimes you.
Oh, there we go. We got one now.
Keep it.
Cobbster.
I know a lot of the questions are for me for the most
Cobbster,
part. I don't
like
have
your
headset
haircut.
on.
Is there any way that we can shave your head on air?
I'll tell you.
No, never. I look terrible.
With a bald
buzzed.
head? I've seen it before.
I've done that for football, and it was dumb.
Didn't you do it for you've had a shaved head on?
I've done like
on
the
Buzz.
side of the hair.
Didn't you do
shaved.
that? I remember when you first started the show, it was like buzzed.
He
like
had
Brett's.
short hair.
Yeah.
He had short hair. Cobbster, now that he's on that new keto thing, I think he's gonna look
I'm
fantastic.
gonna shave
with
his
shaved
head.
Wake up, Keto Guido.
All right. Hey, you're in Collider Live. Who do we got?
San Jersey Shore.
But let's turn your radio down now, please.
Well, they're not listening to it on the radio.
Well, that's what we say. Everybody's really got a lot of notes today, huh?
Well, it's dumb.
Turn your computer down, sir.
Yeah.
Better.
The one
You
thing
had
they're
a lot of
not
notes,
listening to this
too.
on is the radio.
How do you know he's not playing it through a radio?
straight about Sarah. We didn't let this
Who the fuck is Sarah?
Samantha. It's Samantha.
Whatever her name is.
Right. Maybe her
that
name is
is her
Sarah.
name.
Maybe her name is Sarah.
Supposed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the club and have Samantha
Banned from the club. Hey, Sarah, you're on the line. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, who do we got?
Lou from New York.
Lou. We're going to see you on this weekend, Lou, or what?
Yeah, you will. I'll be
Awesome.
there.
Awesome, brother. What do you got for us today?
I just read this post by Questlove
Okay.
on Instagram, and he posted, I guess he's an Academy voter.
Mm-hmm.
So he posted about the Won't You Be My Neighbor snub.
Yeah.
And he said that that I guess he's going to be better about voting because he said the process, the way it is, you go down the list and it's alphabetical. So Won't You Be My Neighbor's at the bottom. And he thinks a lot of people were just picking 5 things before they even got to the bottom.
And he just skipped over
And he also said that he didn't vote for Won't You Be My Neighbor because he thought it was a safe choice.
it. Oh,
So
wow.
he picked Quincy or something like that.
That's
That's
a safe choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's,
he just
that's
thought it was
wrong.
going to be in no matter what.
Well, great. Thank you very much for that phone call.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good conversation to have because I was talking to my wife about it last night. She went a little more of the cynical route with it, but she said that it doesn't have enough depth. It doesn't have. Nobody wants to see right now. The times nobody wants to see a documentary or wants to give a documentary about a guy who saves kids and does all these nice things because it's like it doesn't have enough heartbreak and turmoil and I was like,
You know what's kind of funny?
she's right.
A Star is Born, Black Panther.
Documentary.
I know. Black Panther. All of them are alphabetical.
right.
Black Panther.
Bohemian
Black
Rhapsody.
Klansman.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Vice is the
These
only one.
lazy shits are just like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Questlove also on his post went to say, I suspect sometimes when you have a ballot, it's so easy to assume the uber obvious choice is going to make you start to say, well, let me give a little look to my friends because everyone else is going to vote for the obvious one. So maybe people were like, well, I'm sure Kristian and Roxy and Brett and Reilly are all going to vote for Won't You Be My Neighbor. So I'm going to give some love to somebody else.
That's a problem. I mean, that's a problem with the system
Yeah,
because
that's
how
wrong.
that movie got ignored is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I find that one of the biggest snubs
ever
of all time.
ever.
Yes.
It was people thought it was going to win.
Yeah.
Like not get nominated. Nominated was like a sure thing.
Nominated is a travesty.
Historically, the documentary category of the Oscars has been somewhat of a travesty because Life Itself, the Roger Ebert doc that everybody loved, was not even nominated.
That's
I
right.
thought you were talking about my favorite movie
Hoop
of the year.
Dreams was not.
Dreams.
Hoop Dreams, one of the best documentaries of the '90s, if not ever,
Wow.
was not even nominated the year it came out.
That's crazy.
Stupid.
They're really stupid, and I mean that's a. I mean whoever wins that. Astor.
Free Solo is pretty good.
I heard that was really good.
Free
actually.
Solo is fantastic.
That's an
still-
F. They
but
made it all the way to the Fs.
But it's right. But it doesn't matter though because
Did
even,
Mr. Rogers climb El Capitan?
it takes it away. It takes Free Solo now. If it does win, right? It takes it because if Won't You Be My Neighbor was in there, would it have won? I mean that's
No, it doesn't.
it does to me.
This is not the missed pass interference call that the Saints can bitch about. This is people sat down and voted. Maybe a
Morons.
couple people assumed it. There's a lot of people in the voting members, so I'm sorry. Won't You Be My Neighbor? It didn't win. People can say it's unfair. Everybody
wasn't
got a
nominated.
ballot. Won't You Be My Neighbor was listed on there.
stupid.
They did not vote for it. So if Free Solo wins or whatever wins, it deserves the W.
To you.
Difference of opinion.
All right.
I only watch movies that start with A through G.
That's right. Let's get to a couple tweets, Reilly. Anybody tweeting around there? The hashtag Clyde Live. What do we got?
This is from Frank.
Hello, Frank, the editor.
Heard you were talking shit about Blink 182. We got beef now.
I love-
Collider Live. Hashtag What's My Age Again.
I told you guys I love them.
Yes, it is Frank the editor.
Of course he is. Yeah, because he doesn't.
Sorry, Frank.
Yeah.
I've seen them in concert so many times.
Frank? Is he good?
Yeah, he's great.
Who was talking smack about Blink 182?
Brad.
Okay, I will say this, is that I was never a huge Blink-182 fan, but they do this thing on 95.5 KOS, and everybody can follow this guy. His name's Christian Hand, I believe is his name. He takes, like, individual tracks of a song.
Oh, I love that.
Like, the individual thing, and he just isolates, like, the guitar or the bass line.
I listen to that all the time, and then they talk you through it.
Yeah,
It's
they
so good.
Did it with a Blink-182 song, and listening to Mark Hoppus play bass, it changed my whole opinion.
How do they do
as
that?
to how punk rocky Blink-182 actually is. I need to give their entire catalog a re-listen.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Brett, does
All-
that change your
everything you
opinion on
said,
them at all?
Yes.
Oh, I just want to tell. I mean, I think they get like the recordings because they record them by track, and that's how they do it.
Yeah, but so they have to reach out to the bands and ask for
Yeah,
it?
I think they get the actual track.
Does that change your opinion on them? Do you want to go back and listen to them?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. I don't listen. That was mostly a joke. I don't like the band.
Right.
I don't hate them.
It's a fun thing to listen to, though.
Yeah,
like one time I
it's-
heard them because somebody was talking about what a great, like, underrated singer Ozzy Osbourne actually is. When you take the Crazy Train track and it's just him singing and you listen to it, it is phenomenal what is coming out of that guy's mouth.
Yeah.
It's such a fun, like, you can do a deep dive on YouTube with isolated tracks. It's pretty cool.
All right,
You
what-
got to understand, I'm an old man too.
Yeah.
My punk music was different than your punk music. So.
Did you hear anything that the caller said? I didn't remember.
Oh, no.
No, I wanted to answer him the way I heard it. Questlove. That's what I got.
That's what you got. All right.
No, I got what I heard. What he said.
Didn't we? Did we used to
about
have
Questlove.
headphones over there too, Cobbster?
No,
or
no,
we
we
didn't have
got
that
rid of
many?
those.
Did we?
We did have them.
I think
we did.
We
But we
might
just
have,
can't.
but
We just can't
yeah,
find.
we might can't find them. Right
Okay. All right. Let's do one more call and get the hell out of here. Do we have anybody?
line.
All right. Hey, you're in Collider Live. What do we got?
Hey, everybody, this is Ed from New York. What's up, Mark, my Van Halen loving brother?
Hey, Ed, what's up, buddy?
Got
We're
a lot
gonna
of New Yorkers
gonna
calling
see
in.
Ed this weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
Ed's coming in this weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't wait for it. Long time coming. Thank God you guys are coming cross-country. Place is going to be absolutely nuts.
It's going to be bonkers. That's the one thing I can't wait. I can't wait for the New York crowd. I love the LA crowds we've performed in front of. I just feel the energy in that place in New York is going to go nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be.
You're never going to want to perform in LA again.
I know.
Hey, Ed, how bundled up are we going to have to be this weekend? Level with me.
Let's see. As of right now, Friday and Saturday are clear. Slight chance of flurries on Friday. You're looking high of about 32, low of about 20 both days.
Okay, that's doable.
It's better than
Ed was
this.
on his shit, by
Yeah,
the way.
he's a weatherman.
Yeah, he's on his stuff.
It,
All right.
it was 0 with minus 20 on Monday.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Oof, that's gross.
Improving.
0 with -20. All right, Ed, what do you got for us today, brother?
Well, a bunch of things. I could talk to you that on Friday. Whatchamacallit, how many tickets did you actually sell for the New York show?
I believe there's about 390 seats. We sold them all. We didn't. The guest list itself is going to be added people in there, so we just got to hope the fire marshal lets the guests in.
Well, the next time you come back, I mean, you shouldn't have a problem selling 500, 600, 700.
Oh, I hope so, man. That's the goal. We want to come back. We're going to Chicago. We're going to Orlando. We're going to go to. We're looking at Houston now, which could be pretty big. So yeah, we'd love to if you'd like to. Absolutely. Maybe one of your competitors will be playing, so you have to go.
Ooh,
we'll see. Yeah. So okay, Ed. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, and we'll see you this weekend, guys. That's the. That's the show. Hashtag that's your show. So check it out. If you haven't seen yesterday's episode, the day before, do that. Subscribe here to Collider if you're just finding us. Make sure you can go to Spotify now, go to Apple Podcasts, wherever podcasts are found. Check out Collider Live. Check out Movie Talk. Yes.
They've been giving a shout out to the Wangers this week for the short. Chet Barney.
I haven't seen it.
So good.
It is hysterical.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
Go to the Wangers, their YouTube channel, and they made a short called Chet Barney DVD or Blu-ray Organizer. It stars Cobbster, Beardo, and Cody stars as Chet Barney.
It's funny, huh?
It's so funny.
How long is it?
Oh my God, too long.
Yeah.
No, it clocks in about 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Good physical comedy from Cobbster.
Okay.
Personality off the charts for Cody. And Beardo, you know how when he used to do Don't Be a Beardo,
Yes.
he could just peer into your soul?
Yeah, he does it in this.
Boy.
All right. We'll watch it.
Goes deep.
I'll
I
watch it
wanna
on the
see
plane.
it.
I'll watch it on the plane.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes on the plane?
Yeah.
You can't watch it before that?
Well, I have more stuff to do on the plane.
Man,
now.
Roxy's up your
She really is.
I feel bad for whoever's sitting next to Kristian on the plane.
I'm watching the. Why? Because I'm going to show them some quality entertainment.
No, because you'd be, hey, watch Bobby and the Juice.
Hey, you know
What
movie is this from?
Guess
a movie?
When a goldfish here.
And with that, we're out, guys. We'll see you on Monday. See you in New York. Get that live stream later.